Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New gigabit internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
With traffic at 3:05, here's Matt Baer.
Crash west of the airport is eastbound 70 at Ronald Reagan Parkway at Meriplex. 2 right lanes blocked right now. And if you're going the other direction, westbound lanes, we stop at State Road 267 because of construction. And this goes on and on past State Road 39. Avoid US 40. Eastbound 465, stop and go Keystone past Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by Staples Store. Staples is everything you need for school at prices that won't hold you back. Don't send your kids back to school. Send them forward at Staples, the working and learning store. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Should be a hot day today. Highs lower 90s with feel-like temps around the 100-degree mark. Expect to see mostly sunny sky. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms with overnight lows in the lower 70s. And then shower chances continue Thursday with highs in the low 80s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8's Stephanie Mead for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with some details on the visitation and funeral of fallen Elwood police officer Noah Shanavaz.
The visitation will be Friday from 2 until 7 p.m. at I-Town Church. This is located in Fishers at East 136th Street. That's the visitation. And then the funeral will be the following day, Saturday, 11 a.m., I-Town Church. The exact address is 12491 East 136th Street in Fishers. And following the funeral, there'll be a big motorcade to the Crown Hill Cemetery where he will lay to rest.
A lot of police officers there. My late uncle, who served as a state trooper, lost his life in the line of duty in the 80s, is buried there, along with my grandparents. Beautiful cemetery. It's going to be a very somber day for sure.
They have a very special section for law officers and police officers. And as weird as it may sound, if you get the opportunity, take a tour of Crown Hill Cemetery. Mm-hmm. You'll learn a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. There's a lot of Indiana history in that place, and you can also pay tribute to a lot of fallen heroes. Turning our attention to the State House today, Big Nige, this may come as a shock to you, but there's more bitching and whining and complaining and debating about the abortion bill today.
No, you don't say.
What do you think the chances are of this thing being done in time before the session ends?
Well, I was talking to Abdul Hakim Shabazz earlier of 93 WIBC. He's been covering the State House, and he seems to think there might be a vote this week. Not for the end of it, but there's going to be a vote by the end of the week in the House. And then we talked to Eric Berman, who covers the State House from WIBC Newsroom, and says that he thought that the August 14th deadline, when they have to be done by law, he seems to think there's going to be a final decision made, a final bill on both of these.
I mean, it's kind of like a soap opera, right? Will they be done in time? If it is done in time, what's the governor going to do? Is he going to save it? Tune in next week on State House.
That's the thing. Winds up on the governor's desk. Who knows, man?
So with all this talk about abortion, this has really put a wad in the panties of the folks at Gen Con. Now, Gen Con is a very large gaming convention that comes to Indianapolis every year. This is an annual deal where they bring a lot of people and a lot of revenue to the city of Indianapolis.
Starts tomorrow.
So Gen Con put out this statement, quote, "We at Gen Con believe in the right to autonomy over our bodies and the right to choose. Reproductive rights are human rights. Like many of you, we are hurt, angry, and frustrated by recent events, including the recent advancement of SB 1 by the Indiana General Assembly. These actions have a direct impact on our team and our community, and we are committed to fighting for safety, tolerance, and justice in all of the places that we operate." So Gen Con giving a big finger wagging to the Indiana General Assembly. This is not the first time that Gen Con has kind of put that toe in the water of politics in Indiana. Go back to when RFRA was taking place. There was a lot of chatter of, we're not coming back. We don't like this. So I guess my question to you is, are we as citizens of Indiana just going to sit back and let companies dictate what we do politically, or do we cater to them because they do bring in a lot of revenue and a lot of people to the city?
We're going to change our laws to placate Gen Con? Is that what you're suggesting?
Not just Gen Con, though, because you're not thinking big enough. If Gen Con does this, they won't be the only one. Just like RFRA. You're going to have all these companies saying, well, we're not going to come to Indiana. We're not going to do this. They're all going to team up. So, as a lawmaker, do you take this into consideration for what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But I don't think... the guys, Chris Gall, Visit Indy, they're going to be able to find something else to put in their place if Gen Con decides not to come back. And I think they're signed up to 2026 or something like that. So
right.
I've complete faith in those guys that whatever they decide, we'll be able to persevere.
See, I'm with you.
I'm not going to let you. It's just like, I'm not going to let China tell the United States, hey, yeah, you can't send any elected officials to Taiwan. Don't ever do that again, which is what they're saying now after Pelosi landed and left Taiwan. They're saying, don't ever do that again. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Do whatever we want.
I've got a lot of faith in the team at Visit Indy, and I know Gen Con is massive, and it brings a lot of money to the city, a lot of money. But there comes a point in time where you're just tired of hearing them bitch. And I'm sorry for those who attend this thing all the time. You might not like the opinion, but I'm about done getting lectures from conventions and outside parties about my state, right? A lot of people, when it was RFRA, didn't even have their facts straight to begin with.
Who was it from Apple? Was it Apple? Was it Tim Cook from Apple that said that he wasn't going to come to the Final Four or something like that?
He wasn't going to come to Indy because, they had RFRA going on. And then his ass showed up in the Final Four because Duke was here. But they worked on a fix. Yeah. But it turns out, he had all of his tickets booked long before the fix was in.
Yeah, I don't even care. I mean, they're a private entity. They can make whatever statement they want. Good for them. I do think it's bizarre. It's very weird that they have a policy at Gen Con starting tomorrow and going through Sunday that not only will there be a mask mandate for convention goers, but you have to show proof of vaccine status. Yeah, I mean, we're still doing that here in this country?
Mark makes a good point on Twitter here. How is Gen Con all concerned with autonomy of your body with abortion?
Yeah.
But they're very, very much all in on having a experimental vaccine in your body, and you have to wear a mask as well.
Yeah, boy. If you want to come in and look at all the Dungeons and Dragons games, you better have that damn vaccine. You better have that jab. But no on SB1, by the way.
Our pal April D. Gregory, she's filled in on a couple different shows here at WIBC before. Conservative voice here in the city.
Campaign manager.
Right. She had a fantastic tweet earlier. I mean, this was her coming off the top rope, to use a wrestling analogy. This is April D. Gregory's response to the Gen Con message that we read. Quote, well, now we've done it, Indiana. The crowd playing D&D in their mom's basement and not getting laid is hurt that we're trying to protect the babies of those who are. Wow. Off the top rope with the flying elbow, April D. Gregory.
And again, with the vaccine thing, I mean, like, it doesn't stop the spread, and it doesn't stop you from acquiring it or spreading it.
Right.
What's the point? I mean, 97, 98%, a very high percentage of this country has either had COVID and or the vaccine. We have good immunity in this country, ladies and gentlemen. It's no longer a novel coronavirus. It's like, pretty much everybody knows about the coronavirus now. So it's early treatment, it's therapeutics, it's antiviral, and that's the vax status. That thing is nuts. That's what I'm scratching my head about.
Again, I want to read this first line, just the very first sentence of this statement from Gen Con. We at Gen Con believe in the right to autonomy over our bodies and the right to choose. oh, by the way, you have to be vaxxed to come into our convention this year. These people, man, it's unbelievable, the hypocrisy. Ridiculous. All right, Matt Bear, what's going on?
Hancock County westbound 70 before Mount Comfort Road. A semi is stalled in the interstate in the construction zone. That has a backup of a couple of miles. And then a crash down by the airport is eastbound 70 at Ronald Reagan. 2 right lanes are currently blocked. Traffic sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand's mission is to keep pets secure at home, and their exclusive Boundary Plus technology helps do just that. Visit InvisibleFence.com to schedule a free consultation. InvisibleFence.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Hot one, 93 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center here at 93 WIBC. Coming up next, man, Vince Scully passed away last night. Broadcast legend, the GOAT. That term gets thrown around a lot, but I think it might be appropriate when you're talking about the great Vince Scully, longtime voice of the Dodgers. Drew Storen, who played a long career of Major League Baseball, Brownsburg kid. He's going to join us next. He's got a great Vince Scully story. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Quick Shred protects you and your company's identity by erasing and recycling electronics. Recycle old computers, monitors, cell phones, printers, plus document shredding. QuickShredIndy.com.
You got to call Mark Dietel, the only agent I would trust to sell my house. Look what happened with Adam and Karen in Indy. They had a growing family, needed more space, right? And they needed a bigger place, but had to sell their old house for top dollar to afford it. Mark got him multiple offers in days and sold for $17,000 over asking.
You have a lot of options in the real estate game. I know this, but there's only one agent that gives you the guarantee. There's only one agent that we recommend and trust here on the Hammer and Nigel Show, and his name is Mark Dietel. Mark Dietel guarantees multiple offers in 3 days at full market value, or he will list it for free. That is an amazing guarantee, and that's why Mark Dietel is the best in the business. Contact him today, 317-755-4232. That's 755-4232, or go to markdietel.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Mark loves summers in Indy, but he hates to paint, so he called Rhino Shield.
It's a 2-story home built in 1992. Around 2001, looking at needing to paint, I heard a radio ad, with Rhino Shield, you won't have to paint again for another 25 years.
That's because Rhino Shield's not paint, it's better.
They're very professional. We had everything done. Everything that would typically be painted on a house was done, and it was very fast.
All right, Indy, get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
It was done in 2001 and still going strong. From what I've seen on our home, they can easily offer a 25-year guarantee and not worry about it.
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
At Franciscan Health, we're inspired by what moves you and how you move through life. So if you're suffering from joint pain and want to get back to an active lifestyle, Franciscan Health Mooresville and Carmel, home to the Center for Hip and Knee Surgery, is your best move. Our world-renowned orthopedic surgeons offer the latest advancements in total joint replacement, including outpatient surgery. If you're ready to get moving with less pain, request an appointment at centerforhipandkneesurgery.org.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
The amount of money our clients receive with a simple cash-out refinance is life-changing. Learn more and get pre-approved at thehomeloanexpert.com.
NMLS number 1326-241.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk, presented by Technology Recyclers. Securely destroy electronic data. Visit tech-recyclers.com. You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer's right over there. This is pretty cool. We got a special guest on the drivehubler.com hotline.
Drew Storen played Major League Baseball for a number of years. Brownsburg High School product, the son of our friend Mark Patrick. He joins us right now. Drew, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, no problem. Your old man posted a story about you and Vin Scully. We've been talking about Vin Scully's passing today. Take me through the story you have with Vin Scully, because I think this is fascinating.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, obviously growing up as my dad's son, I always had a good appreciation for good broadcasters. So I always loved his ability to tell the great story and somehow know the right timing when to wrap the story up. And so when we would go out to LA, I like I said, I soaked that in, and I actually Googled and tried to find the oldest photo of him that I could. And in that photo, I saw the microphone. So I decided to dive in and do a little microphone research and found that on eBay, and went up to the broadcast booth and got to meet him. And, he treated me like royalty, and which blew me away, because you would have thought I was Babe Ruth. It was amazing. It just shows you what a great guy he was. And he loved the fact that I went the length that I did to do that. I'm like, no, I just wanted a really cool, piece of memorabilia, because, that's when you make it to the big leagues, right? Is when he was able to tell your story on the air.
Right.
And that is he is the MC of baseball, right? And that's, for me, I wanted to have something to, a token of that.
Now, I don't know if this was true or not. I think I read this. Was your first save in Dodger Stadium?
Correct. Yeah. So my first save was in Dodger Stadium throwing to Pudge, and Vin Scully called it. So I don't know if I could script that any better.
Where's the microphone?
It's in my memorabilia room. So I don't know the make and model of it. But yeah, it's that's one of my, I think, better pieces of memorabilia I have.
Chatting with Drew Storen, longtime Major League Baseball pitcher, here on the Hammer and Nigel Show. For those who are the casual baseball fan, what did Vin Scully mean for the game?
As I mentioned, I think he was just that. He was the overall MC. He just had a knack for knowing the random facts about somebody that isn't. When you go in, you play against a visiting team, they'll say the standard stuff. This guy's from here. This guy went to school here, whatever. But he had the ability to just kind of, he found things like, the first thing he said to me when I went to the booth was like, "Hey, do you still collect all your gloves you ever had?" Yeah. And I'm like, I don't even know how you know that. And that was like the common theme with any of my teammates and me, where it's like, I don't know how you know this, but he does. And then he has a way of finding that interesting story and just, being poetic about it in the delivery. It's just not all right, this guy's from Indiana. Here's the pitch. Okay, strike one. By the way, he went to school here or whatever. He just had the ability to tell your story in such a wonderful way, and obviously with such an iconic voice. It's very special. And like I said, a lot of times they say don't meet your heroes. He was the opposite, and I was absolutely blown away. His wife afterwards asked me to sign a baseball for him, which I'm like, okay, I think I could do that.
That's cool.
Yeah. And, the other great thing about going to LA, they would have on Sundays, the Catholic Mass. And so my teammate, I'm not Catholic, but my teammate told me that he made sure to never miss that one, because Vin would come up and read the Bible verses and everything. And he goes, it sounded like God was actually reading.
People were going to Mass just to hear Vince Scully read it.
Right. He goes, I think that was God that actually wrote it.
We're speaking with Drew Storr, and your dad is an iconic broadcaster in his own right, very well known here in Indy. I worked with him growing up on Fall Creek Road there when I worked at X103. Bob and Tom were right down the hallway. Wish TV broadcaster, Indiana Lotto. Was there ever a chance that you were going to try your hand at broadcasting at all, or was it always baseball for you?
Yeah, I remember, I think it was 7th or 8th grade is when they had the school project or, the assignment to shadow somebody for a day. And I was like, oh, Dad, I want to be a broadcaster. And he's like, okay, that's awesome. But just, you don't need to go to school for it. Just be good at baseball, and you can always do that. And so for me, it's always been something that I would enjoy, and I'm asked that a lot, which is a very nice compliment. But for me, once I got out of baseball, I didn't want the lifestyle. So that's where the travel and part of the reason why I quit baseball was to be around and be a good dad. And that's one of the things that was amazing with Dad. The many jobs that you just mentioned that he did, he was always there and never cut corners on being around and supporting me and making me better as a baseball player, basketball player, which didn't really turn out very well, but as a human as well, hopefully.
I remember having a conversation with your dad, Drew, and I asked him, when did you know that your son had Major League Baseball talent? And without hesitation, he told me, T-ball. He was throwing the ball across the diamond, throwing lasers at kids, and nobody wanted to catch your ball.
Absolutely. It's one of those things now that I'm coaching my son's T-ball team, which I joke is the worst episode of Undercover Boss you've ever seen. But it's fun to kind of have that idea of like, you're so biased. And I know that Dad has talked about that before. You're very biased going, oh, my kid's good, But that's the great thing with Dad. Like, it was fun. And then when I got to the age and, where you have to make real decisions of like, okay, I want to make this happen, whether it's from a college level or a professional level, I said, this is what I want to do. And he goes, okay, then I'm going to push you. And that's, he always found that balance and helped push me in the right way. And obviously got me to the level that I got to.
Drew, one more thing before we let you go. Did I see that you were dabbling in the bourbon game a little bit? You had a line of bourbon?
Yes. So that is, I said I would retire from baseball as long as I had a good answer for what I was going to do next, because I don't like to sit around and do nothing. But throughout my career, I collected a bunch of rare bourbons and realized in collecting I was probably overpaying for a good story. So a buddy of mine were on a road trip, and we're just spitballing ideas about 5 years ago. And we thought, well, what if we took the corn from the Field of Dreams movie site and put it into a mash bill? And so once I retired, that's been our thing. So we took all the corn from the movie site last year, so the maize and everything you saw on TV, and that's either going into a canned cocktail, which hopefully will be in shelves next week, and then if anything that's not in the canned cocktail is going into a barrel.
Well, man, we got to get some of that in the studio here. Whenever that rolls out, man, come back. You've got an open chair to hang out with us, and we'll talk some bourbon, sample it, and we'll do it up.
I would love it. Yeah, it's fun. It's all about telling a good story. We're paralleling baseball numbers with whiskey numbers. So our canned cocktail is called Triple Play. It's a unaged corn whiskey with Arnold Palmer with a touch of ginger. And since it's Triple Play, we're doing it at 5.43% alcohol, and it's 162 calories. So we're just trying to run the parallels. We'll do a Cubs release at 108 proof. All the stuff.
Love it. Hey, yeah, you got an open invite to come down to the studio, and when this rolls out, man, let's do a live tasting, okay?
I would love that. I really appreciate it.
Drew Storr, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for reflecting on Vince Scully, and we'll do it again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Coming up next, Tony Kennitz from Chalkboard Review. We will connect with the Tonus. That's next. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
The Great Resignation is a new and demanding challenge for employers. Beyond recruiting and retaining talented employees, you must understand their changing needs for personalized, non-traditional employee benefits. If you approach and deliver your benefit program as you did a decade ago, McGowan Brabender can help. We are reimagining the employee benefit journey to meet this challenge. It's time to thrive, not just survive. Contact McGowan Brabender to learn more.
My name is Kayla Cinders, and I work for Gleaners Food Bank. I am a local service manager for 3 counties in our 21-county service area, and I nominated Katie.
And I'm Jiffy Lube owner Steve Sanner. At Jiffy Lube, we are proud to support Hoosier charities that use their vehicles to do more to make Indiana a better place to live.
My name is Katie Wilkerson. I pick up at the mobile food pantries. The best part of volunteering to hand someone some food and see the smile on their face, the relief. Without my vehicle, there's no way I'd be able to do this. To go to any of the pantries, it's at least 18 miles.
Jiffy Lube of Indiana provides all of our Do More winners with free vehicle maintenance for a year. Because now at Jiffy Lube, our trained technicians do more to keep vehicles like theirs and yours on the road. Brakes, tires, batteries, and more, as well as Indiana's favorite oil change since 1985.
Jiffy Lube accepts competitors' coupons, so you don't have to choose between saving a few dollars versus treating your vehicle to Jiffy Lube's award-winning service. Click on JiffyLubeIndiana.com for a Jiffy Lube near you.
Fine jewelry from Shane Company makes a great gift because it has so much sentimental value. It can hold a memory, carry a story, or signify a special event in your life. We design our jewelry in-house to ensure every piece is crafted to the highest standards, and we back that up with our free lifetime warranty. Whether you get a diamond necklace, a tennis bracelet, or a stunning 3-stone anniversary ring, Shane Company's classic styles have a beauty and elegance that will be appreciated forever. We also have trending new styles, like our 14-karat gold zodiac charms, fun paperclip chains, luminous opal earrings and pendants, as well as a truly special limited edition collection featuring cherry pink tourmaline sourced by Tom Shane. Make your gift even more special by personalizing it with a birthstone or an engraving. Capture your sentiment with a gift from Shane Company.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Gun violence on the east side. Sunny and 93 downtown. Chance for rain later with a low of 74. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:32. A fatal shooting on the east side of Indianapolis Wednesday morning. Police were called to a home on Tapp Drive near the Marion County line and found a person who had been shot and killed. Officers say the victim was 16. They think he may have been acting in self-defense and it could have been a robbery. You may have heard that Gen Con is threatening to leave Indiana if the abortion ban bill passes. Chris Gull with Visit Indy says so far Gen Con has been the only one, but it's a big one.
We haven't heard from any other convention that Senate Bill 1 is impacting their future. Clearly today, Gen Con took a stance, and we know they're closely watching. We know they're monitoring. They have been for weeks.
He says his organization is working with them to keep them past 2026 when their contract with Indianapolis runs out. The Inflation Reduction Act is supposed to lower the price of prescription drugs, fund climate change projects, and enforce a tax cap for large corporations. It's not supposed to change anything for lower-income families, says Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer.
The Inflation Reduction Act will not, no matter how much our Republican colleagues argue to the contrary, will not increase taxes for any family making less than $400,000 a year.
The goal of the legislation is to close loopholes that large corporations use to cut their tax burden. Republicans argue more government spending will make inflation worse. The president's doctor says Biden is still feeling well during round 2 of COVID-19. He said Biden has no fever and is in good spirits, even though he's still testing positive for the virus. High temperatures in the 90s today in and around Indianapolis. Also,
low 90s pretty much across all of central Indiana. Similar dew point temperatures, maybe a little bit higher across western and southwestern portions of the area, where heat index values may push up into the low hundreds.
Meteorologist Joe Neild with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says that's because the humidity will be rough today across the state. There are also chances of rain every day through the weekend. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:34.
Do you plan on living on a more liberating budget than Social Security is going to provide when you retire? Do you know how to make Social Security work best for you with your other investments?
Singer Financial is a strategic wealth management and financial planning partner that helps aspiring retirees plan, dream, and get that life that they want in retirement. Singer Financial specializes in strategizing and equipping you to bring you the visions for retirement to life. Singer Financial can help you make the next chapter of your life whatever you want it to be. Go to singerfinancialgroup.com or call 317-852-9153. That's 852-9153 and learn how the Singer Financial Group helps people just like you pursue your vision of the good life in retirement.
Investment advisory services offered through registered investment advisors Howard Bailey Securities, LLC, and AE Wealth Management, LLC. Working with Singer Financial cannot guarantee investment success or that specific financial goals will be achieved.
With traffic on the 5s at 3:35, here's Matt Baer.
You got a Harrison looking at westbound 70 out Hendricks County. Stop and go traffic big time, 267 all the way past 39. It is a work zone. You might want to use 40. East side southbound 465 slows from Washington down to 74. Northbound lanes also tight from 74 up to Washington. Westbound 70 Hancock County stops after State Road 9 close to Mount Comfort Road because of a stalled semi in the middle of the work zone. Traffic sponsored by Singer Financial. Singer Financial can show you how retirement could support the life you want to live. Are you ready? Go to singerfinancialgroup.com to learn more. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies as we head into the late evening hours. A few showers or thunderstorms possible with lows in the mid-70s. Thursday, look for mainly cloudy skies. A scattered shower or thunderstorm possible with highs near 83. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
Never let you down, man. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. We go to the drivehudler.com hotline and bring on Tony Kinnett from Chalkboard Review. Tony, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you two?
Excellent. We've got a bunch of stuff to get to in this segment. Tony's a former educator within the IPS school system. He now runs Chalkboard Review. Got a lot of stuff in your wheelhouse today, including some crazy CRT stuff that's still being implemented in classrooms across the country. I did want to get your big picture take on a huge world stage story. Pelosi has left Taiwan. Nancy Pelosi, House Speaker, left Taiwan. China's still escalating threats. I'm still not exactly entirely sure why she stopped by there to begin with. Maybe it was to solidify her legacy. Maybe it was to flip off China, who she's been protesting against for years. But there is just some bizarre mixed messaging coming from the White House. At first Biden didn't want her to go, but she went anyway. Just your overall big picture take on what happened.
Well, first of all, I'm going to praise people when they do something correct, and I'm going to criticize people when they do something wrong, regardless of party. The fact that Pelosi stopped in Taiwan to solidify the United States' commitment to flipping off China, as you have previously said, I admire because, China sucks. It's the worst. And I love seeing China upset over Taiwan. I did think that the message that the White House sent to China, that being, please don't allow there to be any crisis as a result of this, is a very weird way to say, please don't kill Pelosi. I don't know why it was so vague and passive aggressive, like it was your grandmother griping while playing dominoes. But I'm glad that she stopped there. I'm not really going to say anything else because it doesn't appear that she accomplished anything other than kind of a foreign policy middle finger, as you guys said.
But you're so right, because I think Peter Doocy from Fox News asked a White House press secretary, what is Biden's response to them saying there's a possibility they could shoot down her plane if they enter the wrong airspace? And so it was just kind of a non-vanilla answer. And you have Kirby, the Pentagon spokesman, saying, there's no drama here, nothing to worry about. Seems like China's awfully worried about it, though. Now exercising some military drills, some of the biggest drills in decades over there next to their border.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of humorous that China said, well, you can have her land there as though we need China's permission to land in Taiwan. But that all said, they're like, well, we're not going to stop our military exercises, like the bullets are somehow going to go, the 78 miles from China to Taiwan's border. I don't know. I think both sides are being very performative here when, quite honestly, I would just prefer, of all the things, I would genuinely prefer Donald Trump saying, if you shoot down Pelosi, we'll remove 3 cities of yours from the face of the earth.
Right. And Tony, the thing that's bizarre to me is Nancy Pelosi's got some clout in the Democratic Party, right? She's the Speaker of the House. She's been there since the George Washington era. She's Nancy Pelosi. Where is all of this anti-China stuff from her colleagues? Because the one thing I will agree with Nancy Pelosi on is giving China the middle finger. Where's this same attitude to a lot of her colleagues?
We used to have at a certain point in our country where the majority of both parties were very aggravated towards the Chinese and Russian hegemonies of communism. And we stood together in that way. We had different ways of showing it, of course. There are always your fringe elements, a.k.a. Bernie Sanders, who were going over and celebrating it. But for a long time, the majority of the country was in agreement that those things from that sphere of the world were bad. But now, with all of the corporate money utilizing millions of slaving little Chinese hands to make their products and sell them cheaply, it's not always politically expedient for Pelosi or for the rest of the Democratic Party to criticize them. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, though. If she wants to go give a middle finger to China, she's an American citizen. And I don't want her arrested or shot down in any way, shape, or form because I may hate her, but she's one of ours.
Speaking with Tony Kennett from Chalkboard Review. Tony, longtime educator with IPS. All right, Tony, let's get into your wheelhouse here. This time last year, we were talking about CRT, critical race theory, what it means, what do the teachings do, what types of books are in the classroom. This year, it feels like the bastard offspring of CRT is the pronoun debate. And this brings us to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Department of Education says kids can identify as transgender as young as age 3, and educators are instructed to use this website as a resource guide, and you have to call the students by their proper pronouns. What is your take on this?
Well, this isn't only happening in Pennsylvania, but it's happening across the greater Midwest and the United States in general. There's actually a teacher in northern Indiana whom I can't name because at this current time, the situation is still private. But this teacher was asked by the administration either to use this preferred student's pronouns or the teacher wasn't allowed to use any pronouns at all, period, which was very weird. And there's this strange performative nonsense that's come over everyone. This is why I disagree with the it's all a big conspiracy theory. And I don't really believe that there's any grand strategy to this. It's a bunch of very bored suburban women who are looking for some cause to support because they're bored. They're fed, they're entertained, and they want some kind of moral superiority to make it look like their lives have purpose. And this year, as you said, the new flavor is transgender children. That's the new oppressed class we all have to stand for and make up things for.
In Pennsylvania, the teachers are required at one specific school district to host a gender-neutral day in their classrooms. And again, this includes pre-K. So you've got some really young kids being exposed to the teachings of gender and gender neutrality and all of these things. You look at Oregon. Of course, Portland's going to do some nonsense. Portland is defending the teaching of transgender and gender neutrality to kids the same age as well.
I mean, I don't know why everyone would be so surprised about this, as so many I've seen in the media have been. This is where it's always been going. Meanwhile, people have been telling us for years that, we're just worried about some kind of slippery slope, that everyone was just freaking out at the ideas that they would be sexualizing children like this. And now that's what we're doing. And I tweeted this morning. Students have enough problems to worry about without your making huge gender pushes and making all of these problems about transgenderism, which was never a problem until they made it a problem in the 2010s. And the chaos it's going to cause, that it's already causing, is going to put an incredible burden on teachers, on their parents, and it's going to ruin some of these kids for life.
And speaking of ruining kids for life, Demi Lovato, who previously announced that she was identifying as non-binary and she'd used the pronouns they, them. She's just recently, she's and that's my point. She just came out and said, you know what, I'm going to change it up again. I'm back to she, her pronouns again, because I'm just, it's very fluid with me. I wonder how many young people she influenced either to doing the same thing, or even, taking puberty blockers or cutting off an appendage for that matter. I mean, these people are listening to the ignoramuses like Demi Lovato, and it's having an effect.
The funny part is that Demi's, original argument was that she had all of these masculine characteristics that disagreed with her being a female. I was raised to believe, at least in our public school systems at the time, that suggesting that certain attributes as masculine or feminine was wrong, and that we weren't supposed to say certain things were feminine or certain things were masculine. But now apparently we're supposed to look at a young man and say, hey, you've been wearing a lot of pink lately. Do you think you're actually a girl? It's so hard to keep track of just the nonsensical merry-go-round as we try to one-up each other and how righteous we are, struggling for some random non-oppressed class. It's quite silly.
It's a couple of minutes left here with Tony Kennett, Chalkboard Review. I just learned a new word today. Ableist. What's it? I saw somebody tweet something that says some ableist words you should probably cut out of your vocabulary because they're ableist. And she goes on to say crazy, dumb, insane, lame, moron, psycho, specially abled. What is it?
Most of those words describe the Hammer and Nigel show.
What is this here? What am I looking at?
So ableism is a social justice concept in which there's yet another oppressed class. You see, there are these people who may not have the same physical abilities or the same mental abilities as the next person. And so whenever you call someone lame, what you're actually doing is you're making fun of people who are medically lame, who aren't able to walk. And that's so hurtful, and it's so mean. And how could you sitting there as straight white men in your Indianapolis ivory towers look down upon those who aren't as mentally abled as you two, you bigoted fascists?
But you can't say the word stupid anymore, apparently.
That offends all the stupid people.
Dumb. Hey, Tony Kennett, where can people find you? Where can people find you work? And what are you working on lately?
Oh, we're working on some really great stuff nationally regarding the teacher shortage and discrediting via numerical data why the unions are completely wrong about the teacher shortage. So you can look for that coming up over at chalkboardreview.com. And if you're a sadist and you really just have way too much time on your hands, you can find me on Twitter at @TheTonist. Your results may vary.
Tony Kennett, as always, we appreciate it, my man.
Hey, you guys take care.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, August 3rd, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pine Grove Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. We can now get rid of your erectile dysfunction without any pills. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce powerful results in the bedroom in minutes. You're going to love that, guys. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000. But call today, Wednesday, and qualify totally free. 317-552-1111. That's 317-552-1111. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Pine Grove Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 317-552-1111.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Who appreciates the value of an Ivy Tech Community College Associate degree? Well, the state's largest colleges for starters. Over 20 have partnered with us in our Guaranteed Admissions program, where an Ivy Tech Associate degree guarantees admission to their bachelor's degree program. Who else? The 70,000 plus high school students each year who earn college credit in high school and save on tuition by doing it. But as valuable as an Ivy Tech degree is, the real value lies in the better life it makes possible. Let's get started today at ivytech.edu.
Indiana adventure is near. Come to Grant County this year.
It's the Hog Days Motorcycle Rally, downtown Marion, Indiana, August 12th to 14th, honoring the Cornfield Classic Race and the first ever Harley Victory Lap with a live pig. Celebrate Marion's cool motorcycle heritage with a killer bike show, vintage machines, and rockin' bands all weekend. Get details at showmegrantcounty.com. Grant County, Indiana, classic cool.
Indiana adventure is near. Come to Grant County this year.
Listen right here this weekend to Everyday Wealth with Soledad O'Brien and Gene Chatsky, presented by Edelman Financial Engines. For airtimes, visit everydaywealth.com.
A $2,000 energy-saving credit plus sale prices on energy-efficient B windows, siding, and doors. Up to $2,000 energy credit and no payments, no interest for up to 22 months.
So I believe Shaka Khan, is that the concert tonight at the Indiana State Fair, Kyle?
Shaka Khan, yes. She will be performing. That's a Grammy Award-winning superstar, Shaka Khan.
Thank you. It's going to be a hot one tonight at the Indiana State Fair, but we got to get people there first. So, Matt Bear, what's going on with our roads?
Well, Hammer, we're looking at this delay out on I-70 right now. It's going to be Hendricks County. It's westbound 70. Stop 267 out to Hazelwood. Right lane blocked. Use US 40 instead. And since we're talking about the fairgrounds, I want to remind everybody 38th Street under Purple Line construction from Keystone over to Emerson Avenue. Those westbound lanes are closed. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, get a $2,000 energy savings credit plus sale prices on energy efficient B Window siding and doors. No payment or interest for up to 22 months. That's Faber's B Window. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, it's 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Well, we're coming to your city.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
So this Friday, Nige, you and I, we're going to be going down to Columbus. Thompson Furniture in Columbus.
Going to be grilling out. In fact, Shaka Khan tonight at the State Fair, and then Khan's Hot Dogs at the party on Friday during our live broadcast.
They're going to be making some stuff up on the grills down there, and we're doing the whole show, 3 until 6, and then we're going to hang out and give away a bunch of prizes. Oh, man, it's going to be a good time down there. So please join us. We want a full-on Hammer and Nigel show invasion this Friday down in Columbus. Today is a special date on the calendar, Nige.
It is
National Grab Some Nuts Day.
I'm sorry.
Today is National Grab Some Nuts Day.
Okay. I have, I think we both have some nuts in our office. I've got a bag of Cubs nuts that were on sale.
As do I.
Kroger.
As do I.
Is that what we're talking about?
I am a fan of eating the entire peanut. I don't crack the shell. Shell goes in my mouth. Shell gets ate. That's how I do peanuts. I don't know how you do it, Nige, but that's the way that I do it.
The shell. Yeah. Some people think it's kind of gross, but I like the salt. I like the salty nuts.
You like salty nuts?
Yes.
Kyle, you got that?
Eat the shell.
That's going to be a promo,
Yeah, I got
right?
that.
Okay. Today is the day to break the seal on a can or a jar of nuts. Grab them by the handful. They're natural. And Hammer and Nigel Records, we're here to celebrate Grab Some Nuts Day.
It's National Grab Some Nuts Day, so do your part. And grab some nuts today, but not too hard. This special day only comes one time a year. So if somebody goes for your nuts, just buy them a couple of beers. Some people have nuts to grab, some people don't. If you can't find any nuts, don't mean you won't. I know there's one or two nuts in every home.
That's a little ditty from our friends at Hammer and Nigel Records.
Awkward. Awkward day to celebrate.
National Grab Some Nuts Day. You know who's celebrating?
Who?
Martha Stewart.
You're kidding.
Martha Stewart celebrates August 3rd and Grab Some Nuts Day.
Just look at all these amazing nuts in front of me.
Martha likes looking at amazing nuts.
I love nuts. I love delicious fresh nuts.
She loves delicious fresh nuts.
They have a white, sort of oily flesh. You don't break the nut meat.
But don't break the nut meat.
These are very hard to crack.
And enjoy Grab Some Nuts Day.
Yum.
So if you're looking for a reason to celebrate tonight, there you go.
That's like I like all the nuts that are bad for you. Like I think the ones we eat in the shell, I don't think those are the most healthy ones for you, and I don't think you're supposed to eat them like that anyway. People call it dirty. But like the cashews, definitely for me, high calorie, high fat. I don't like almonds at all. It's just like cockroaches to me. It's gross.
Yeah, I'm not in on almonds either. All right, we're going to take a little break. We have a major story, and that's going to happen right at the top of the hour. We've got breaking news from the WIBC newsroom. We'll have that for you when we come back.
Imagine if you could accomplish 3 things when you invest your money. 3 things. 1, get a 5, 10, or even a 35% bonus on your investment. 2, get a competitive return that'll beat what you get at the bank. And 3, sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Call 317-349-5212. You'll benefit in 3 big ways. Get a 5, 10, or a 35% bonus on your investment. Earn a competitive return that'll beat the bank. And sleep well, knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies. This offer won't last forever. So call 317-349-5212. 317-349-5212.
Yo, Indy, start the second half of the baseball season the right way and turn K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers, check this out. You can get $150 in free bets. Free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. All you have to do is download the app and use my promo code WIBC to get in on that action. And FanDuel lets you bet the money line, home run props, strikeout totals, and you could combine your bets for an even bigger payday. I love the same game parlays, and I love when you do win, FanDuel gets you your winnings in your account ASAP. If you haven't tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time to give it a shot. Download the app, use my promo code WIBC, and turn a $5 bet into $150 in free bets, win or lose. Must be 21 plus in Indiana. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer with expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Do you have a wet basement problem? Hi, I'm Mike Smith with Swenco Crawl Space and Basement Repair, Indy's most trusted basement waterproofer. Your basement is a very important part of your home. Whether it's finished or unfinished, there's nothing worse than a wet, unusable basement. Swenco's basement waterproofing will fix your wet, unusable basement permanently and forever. Protect your greatest asset, your home, by waterproofing your basement today. Call the real, local, family-owned waterproofing experts at Swenco Crawl Space and Basement Repair, 317-407-1868 or SwencoLLC.com.
Hammer and Nigel here. Join us at Thompson Furniture in Columbus this Friday, 3 o'clock. Come by for your chance to win a Stearns & Foster mattress, a Lazy Boy recliner, Yeti gear, all for coming by to see us.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and autopay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Coming up in 2 minutes, U.S. Congresswoman Jackie Walorski and 3 others have died in a car crash in Elkhart. Also, a board game convention and an abortion bill, how one could affect the other. Someone was shot and killed on the east side Wednesday morning. Parker Carlson will have that story. Also, what the Senate may change with the tax relief bill. All that and more after Fox News Radio from the Shepherd Community Center studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. A member of Congress is killed in a car crash. I'm Lisa Brady. Just getting word that Indiana Republican Congresswoman Jackie Walorski has been killed in a crash in northern Indiana. No details yet, but there are reports that aides have also been killed in this wreck. Walorski has been serving in Congress for nearly a decade. Again, a member of Congress, Republican Representative Jackie Walorski of Indiana, killed in a car crash, apparently along with some aides in her home state. The president doubles down on abortion, signing another executive order, this time aimed at supporting women who have to travel out of state for the procedure.
We are doing all we can in my administration to protect the rights of health and safety of the people of this country.
He is also praising what happened on primary day in Kansas, where voters rejected a ballot measure that would have allowed state lawmakers to tighten restrictions or ban abortion.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the president supports a woman's right to an abortion nationally, even after Roe v. Wade's overturn.
The only way to secure a woman's right to choose is for Congress to take action, is to restore protections of Roe as federal law.
A bipartisan group of senators put forward a bill this week that would allow abortion up to viability, as well as to protect the mother's life after viability. Sponsors say they don't have the 10 Republicans needed to pass it.
Fox's Gernal Scott. A reversal in court from conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, who now says he believes the massacre at a Connecticut elementary school was 100% real and that it was irresponsible of him to push false claims that the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax. Jones testifying in his own defense at a civil trial that will determine how much money he owes for defaming the parents of one of the children killed. Wall Street rallies, the Dow up 415 at the close. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
An Indiana Congresswoman has been killed. 94 degrees downtown. Chances for rain tonight with lows in the 70s. I'm Harrison Silcox for Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 4:02. U.S. Congresswoman Jackie Walorski and 3 others have died in a crash. Here's Donnie Burgess.
Here's what we know so far from WSBT 22 and the Elkhart County Coroner's Office. Jackie Walorski, your Congresswoman, died in that crash along with a man named Zachary Potts and Communications Director for Walorski, Emma Thompson. The other person who died in the crash was the driver of the other vehicle named Edith Schmucker. Other than that, no other information is being released at this time. The Elkhart County Sheriff's Office is also investigating.
More information will be available throughout the day at WIBC.com. Gen Con is one of the state's largest conventions, but their president says what's happening at the State House has them upset.
We released a statement to our community affirming our stance that reproductive rights are human rights and that we support a woman's right to choose.
David Hoppy says they may have to leave Indianapolis if the bill passes. They have a contract that keeps them here through 2026. A fatal shooting on the east side Wednesday. Parker Carlson has more.
Believed to be shot in self-defense. One man is dead following an attempted robbery in the Cumberland area. Around 4:30 in the morning, 2 individuals were sitting in their car when they were approached by a group of people, one of them carrying a gun. At some point in that confrontation, shots were fired between those in the car and the attempted robbers, hitting a male and killing him. Police are still investigating the incident and are making a case for the Marion County's prosecutor office to review. The person police believe to be responsible for the shooting has been arrested. Parker Carlson, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The House and Senate can't agree on a tax relief bill that would give you $250.
I'm Eric Berman. A Senate committee replaced the text of the House bill with its own version, a day after a House committee did the same thing with the Senate bill. Markle Senator Travis Holdman says it isn't a potshot at the House plan. He says it's more a procedural move, while negotiators try to work out the final version. Eric Berman, Network Indiana.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
Tony Katz for Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, the family-owned business in its second generation of taking care of the roofs of Indianapolis and all over central Indiana. They do full roof replacements, residential or commercial. You've got storm damage, you talk to Moss Roofing. And their financing, they've got a plan that works for everybody's budget. So yes, now is the time to get that roof taken care of. And if you need siding, they work with James Hardy Siding. We're talking about the low maintenance, fully painted, 15-year warranty on the finish, James Hardy Siding. When you go to sell your home, your house is going to be worth more money because you will have increased the value with James Hardy Siding, and it holds up better in the Indianapolis weather. Talk to the family at Moss Roofing today. 317-784-3227. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 784-3227. 784-3227 or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Traffic on the 5s at 4:05. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Harrison, westbound 70 Mount Comfort Road. That stalled semi has cleared. We are still stop and go traffic back to State Road 9. You can use US 40 in the meantime. Southside eastbound 465 slows from Man Road over to Emerson Avenue. And eastbound 70 to downtown stop and go Harding Street to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Comcast Business. Whether your business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business, the network that powers more businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the evening hours. A few showers or thunderstorms possible during the overnight hours with lows near 75. On Thursday, we'll look for a mostly cloudy sky, a scattered shower or storm possible. It'll be cooler with highs near 83. On Friday, partly cloudy, another chance for an isolated shower or storm with highs near 86. For the weekend, a chance for some showers and storms and heating up with highs in the upper 80s near 90. I'm Wish TV storm tracking meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. WIBC News Director Chris Davis joining us live in studio. Tragedy in Elkhart County. Chris, is Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski passing away in a car wreck earlier today.
Yeah, and this wreck actually happened about 11:30 this morning, so the news that came out about it was kind of localized at that point because it wasn't clear who was in the car. So it was, the stations up there, the TV stations, reporting on the wreck. What happened is a woman named Edith Schmucker, who was driving a car, crossed the center line. It's not clear why yet, but hit Congresswoman Walorski's SUV, or rather the SUV that she was riding in, head on. And it killed 4 people. This wreck killed 4 people. Wow. So it killed Congresswoman Walorski. It also killed her communications director and her driver, and also the woman who was driving the other car. So this is huge, a huge loss there in Elkhart County, but also for the entire state of Indiana, losing one of our representatives.
She was a member of the Indiana House of Representatives from, I think, 2005 to 2010. I think she tried to, I think she got the nomination for the 2nd Congressional District, lost in the general election to Donnelly, but then took that seat from Donnelly when he went to leave to go to the Senate in 2012.
Yes, and so she's been there for about 10 years. Yeah. And this, this would have been her, if she had been reelected, would have been her 6th term.
So, again, for somebody that's just now tuning in, Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski killed in an automobile accident. 4 people have died in this accident. This is in northern Indiana. Where can we get the latest updates at, Chris?
It's at WIBC.com. Her colleague, Congressman Jim Banks, came out with a statement just a few minutes ago. You're going to see a lot of those things as this goes on. When a representative, when a U.S. congressperson dies, it's a pretty big deal. And, of course, it's a big deal for her family. Sure. And, of course, everybody is thinking about her family, but also for Indiana. Because, this kind of thing doesn't happen very often. I've only reported on the death of one other congressperson in my entire 25 years.
Wow.
Chris Davis, news director, 93 WIBC. Keep following the story at WIBC.com. Thank you. Big Nige, Nancy Pelosi arrived in Taiwan. She left Taiwan.
She came, she saw, she kicked some ass.
Pelosi had a response to her critics, though. Now, before I play you Nancy Pelosi's response to all of those going, why are you there? What are you doing? In order to get this right, I think we need the Nancy Pelosi music.
Come on. Is that necessary? Jeez.
So there's a lot of people saying, look, the White House didn't really want you to go. The military wasn't real excited about you going. Why are you doing this? What are you doing? This is Nancy Pelosi's response.
But I think it's important to note that members of Congress, several of them had made trips just earlier this year. 5 senators, bipartisan, came, again, including the chair of the Foreign Relations Committee, Mr. Menendez, came. Not too much of a fuss was made. Individual senators have made trips or plan to make trips. And I just hope that it's really clear that while China has stood in the way of Taiwan participating and going to certain meetings, that they understand that they will not stand in the way of people coming to Taiwan. It's a show of friendship, of support, but also a source of learning about how we can work together better in collaboration. So, I think that they made a big fuss because I'm speaker, I guess. I don't know if that was a reason or an excuse, because they didn't say anything when the men came.
Was she playing the sexist card?
Whoa!
Is that the sexist card that I heard?
Well, first of all, she's probably the 3rd most powerful person in the country. It's not just some senator or some representative. It's, 3rd in line for the White House. I think it also has to do a lot. I mean, she's got a long record, decades of protesting against China, being very outspoken about the human rights abuses. Like I said, she went there in the 90s to protest in Beijing, holding up a banner having to do with Tiananmen Square a few years prior. So that might have something to do with it as well. And now the Chinese are saying, yeah, nobody better be going to Taiwan again. I don't care who it is, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, China's real tough when it comes to words, but are they the paper tiger? You keep hearing that word a lot. You keep hearing that term a lot. What's going to happen when it actually comes down to it? Is China all talk? Are they all,
let's hope,
rhetoric? Can they withstand a punch in the mouth? We had a conversation with Tony Katz about this just the other day, and you can catch that at WIBC.com. Mondo, let's check in with America's fight against COVID-19.
COVID-19, oh, I swear that I mean at this moment.
There are 3 vaccines.
3 of them.
3.
China, piss off, now you've made the world cough. We're all nervous because of COVID-19.
You got to remember, back in May, the CDC or the FDA was limiting the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And we've got Novavax, I believe, on the horizon.
Right.
So possibly 4, but we're not changing the lyrics anymore, no matter what.
Joe Biden could take a Miami Vice of all these different styles of vaccines, mix them together for one big cocktail, and he would still test positive for COVID-19.
He's still testing positive?
Tested positive again today.
Good Lord.
The dude tests positive every day. He's had every shot, every booster. I think he's got a syringe hanging out of his anus that gives him like some sort of, IV of the boost 24 hours a day, and he can't stop testing positive. Joe Biden, once again, positive. His doctor said in a letter, quote, Biden finished a light workout this morning. He feels well, yet is still experiencing an occasional cough, but less frequent than yesterday.
Boy, those vaccines, man, they really didn't pan out the way everybody thought they was going to, right?
No. And
Deborah
Birx knew that. Deborah Birx knew that. She was part of the big COVID team that was assembled, but now she's trying to sell a book, and she's coming out, we just made a bunch of crap up.
I mean, literally, they knew that it wasn't effective, and she admitted it on air during one of these Sunday morning talking head shows. Not effective in stopping the spread, or not effective in you acquiring. Might be effective, especially in the beginning with the original virus, keeping you out of the hospital. Those at high risk, which is elderly and obese. But if you're overweight and you've had it now, you recovered, you're at low risk.
Earlier today, somebody asked Joe Biden about any rare side effects of this ongoing battle with COVID-19. This is what Joe Biden said he's dealing with.
I lost my Johnson.
I'm sorry. Could I hear that one more time, please, Kyle?
I lost my Johnson.
Well, that's a shame. All right, so we've discussed COVID-19. Now we turn our attention to the other health emergency in this country. Let's check in with monkeypox.
Yeah.
Monkeypox, monkeypox, oh monkey, monkeypox, monkeypox, oh monkeypox, oh monkeypox.
I love the monkey.
Raise your hand if you had this damn song stuck in your head all night last night.
That's all anybody was tweeting us about yesterday after we played that.
California and Illinois have declared health emergencies in their states regarding the monkeypox virus. The White House, they put out a statement saying that Bob Fenton and Dimitri Daskalakis will now be joining the team as monkeypox coordinators, respectively.
Okay.
So now we've got a COVID team and we got a monkeypox team.
And we've got a state of emergency in California with a disease that's not exclusive, but mainly a problem in the LGBTQ community.
Correct.
By the way, there was the pure height of hypocrisy. Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency in California, but they allowed this gay leather kink fest to go ahead.
Right.
They banned kids from going to school during the pandemic.
But kink fest is a go.
But kink fest is a go during a state of emergency in which the LGBTQ population is adversely affected. Think about that.
Dr. Fauci, the White House top medical advisor, said that the team of Bob Fenton and Dimitri Daskalakis represents a really good combination to tackle this illness. So do you really want Fauci's endorsement at this point? If you're Bob and Dimitri, are you telling Fauci,
no thanks.
We don't really...
Like Stacey Abrams in Georgia with Biden. No.
Right. Pretty much every Democrat with Biden. Tim Ryan, you want me to come to Ohio? No.
Stay home.
We're good, thank you. And that, my friends, is your monkeypox update.
Monkeypox, oh monkeypox, oh monkeypox, oh monkeypox.
Matt? Bear has a look at the roads.
Westbound 70 stop and go right now after State Road 9 over to Mount Comfort Road. It's thinned out a little bit. We had a disabled semi. It is gone. Also westbound 70 Hendricks County stop and go after State Road 267 past 39 to Hazelwood because of road work. Inbound 65 jammed to 21st and eastbound 70 slow to downtown from Harding. Traffic sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty. With a limited time Strawberry Frosty, enjoy time to yourself. It's built in. They're basically made to slow down and relax. So when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely, choose Wendy's. Limited time only, participating U.S. Wendy's. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Again, the breaking news this past hour. 4 people have died in an automobile crash in northern Indiana, including Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski. This was an accident up in northern Indiana, Elkhart area. Jackie Walorski, Congresswoman from Indiana, dying in that crash, also with some of her staff members. We'll have more on this throughout the afternoon here at 93 WIBC. Right now, hot, sunshine, 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Is This Anything is next.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, Florida, every day is a beach day. And with 35 miles of pristine, sugary white sand, it's easy to see why. So let's grab the beach bag, the beach ball, and the boogie board. Let's pack the suits, the sunscreen, and the sunglasses. Take a dip in the emerald green waters of the Gulf. And then take in a breathtaking sunset at the end of the day. So let's make a beeline to the beach. And let's shine. Plan your next getaway at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
Old National Bank is asking everyone to get old. But first, people have questions.
Will it take me years to get old?
No, getting old can literally happen in minutes.
Is getting old like a complicated process?
Not at all. Just stop into one of our banking centers or visit our website. We even have an app for that.
Will I look any different after I get old?
You may look happier and more relaxed with a banking partner like us.
Definitely want to get old.
Introducing Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Old National Bank. Get old. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tony Katz here with Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. And, you don't have to sell your house to be able to cash out on your house. Ryan, talk about how it's done.
Absolutely. A lot of folks think they have to sell right now to get the money out of their house, but they do not have to. With a simple cash out refinance, we can pull that equity out and give it to you at closing. Our average client received over $54,000 with a simple cash out refinance. Use that money to pay off their credit cards, make home remodeling projects a reality, or just stick it in the bank. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Hubler has it, savings. Hubler has it, choices.
Hubler really does have it all. All of our pre-owned vehicles are Hubler Q certified, which include a 128-point vehicle inspection, a free Carfax vehicle history report, and 2 warranties. A 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and a 30-day, 1,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Visit any of our 13 locations today, or click drivehubler.com.
Hubler has it all.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Are you tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Hi, I'm Joe Clark, host of Consider This, found right here Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. Grab a cup of coffee and join me as we talk about things you should consider affecting your financial future.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk, presented by Technology Recyclers. Certified electronics recycling. Visit tech-recyclers.com. Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
On 93 WIBC.
Hammer, how do we play? Is this anything?
I am going to run a couple different stories by you. You break down all the information, then you give us a verdict. Is the story anything or not? We start with this. Southwest Airlines had their very first mother-daughter duo piloting a plane together. This is Captain Holly Pettit introducing her daughter, First Officer Keely Pettit.
Today is a really special day for me. I would like to introduce to you your first officer and my daughter, Keely Pettit. Keely, come on out here. Very special day. We are the first mother-daughter duo ever on the flight deck of Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, that's something that's pretty cool. It's a proud mother-daughter moment for sure. Yeah. Just get me there safe. That's all I really care about, though. Okay, golf clap. Congratulations. But I know some of these other airlines that are woke, that are working on diversity, and they only want pilots of different ethnicities to come and fly for them. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're mom or dad. I don't care if you're daughter-mother duo. Just get me there safe.
Right.
For sure.
This is my daughter, Keely. She knows nothing about planes. Hey! Oh,
I'm just going to talk her through it. This stuff is easy. It's all automated.
She just watched a YouTube video on how to fly a plane. And this goes along with the YouTube story we had from yesterday where people are doing rhinoplasty on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not going well.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Is this anything? Florida police officers were left a little embarrassed after attempting an eviction at the wrong house. Here is some of the interaction with the deputies over Ring camera and the homeowner, Jennifer, walking us through what exactly happened.
Hello? What are you doing?
We're here to finalize the eviction.
They told me that they were serving an eviction, which is news to me because I don't rent. I didn't know if these people are trying to get into my house. I didn't know if everything was okay.
We have the wrong house.
I just think that if I didn't catch it, would all of my stuff been out in the driveway.
You're going to have to play that cop one more time going, we have the wrong house. Oh.
So defeated in his voice.
Yeah, I mean, that's something for sure. Having the police knock on your door and say, hey, get out, you're evicted. Wait a minute, I own the house. What are you talking about? What is this? What kind of we have the wrong house.
We have the wrong house.
I'm glad, like it's boy, those Ring doorbells, it's kind of humiliating either way. Like I've been on the flip side of that coin where the cops got called to my house because of an alarm that went off. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a mistake that they were there, but let me put that another way. It was a mistake that they were there, but it was my fault.
You made the mistake.
Yeah, I made the mistake of something with the cats and the motion detector, and my wife didn't shut the front door all the way, and like all of a sudden I'm getting blown up on my Ring doorbell, and there's like 5 cops with their guns drawn. Mr. Laskowski, there's an alarm going off in your house. I go, oh yeah, I think I forgot. I set the alarm off. I accidentally left it on the motion, and the cats were running around. They set it off, but then my wife didn't shut the front door all the way, so they kind of pushed the front door in. She wasn't home either, and they're like, well, sir, the front door is standing wide open, and we'd still like to do a sweep of the house if possible. And I go, okay, yeah, go do. So the Zionsville PD got a free tour of the Laskowski household that night just because of me.
So what would have happened if you said, nah, I'd prefer you not. I just vacuumed. I didn't flush the toilet. I don't want you seeing the things
awesome.
that you're going to see.
I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they were taking precautions. I'm glad that they were there. I mean, they were there instantly almost. So trust me, I've been on the other side of that where, it's a mistake that the cops were there, but it was my mistake, not theirs. And it's humiliating.
Is this anything? Dozens of first responders in Florida spent hours looking for a man that they thought was stuck inside of a manhole drainage system. It started when city workers found the man in the storm drain. Here's one of the rescue workers breaking down the situation.
He's a civilian. Supposedly he likes going into the manholes. Public Works made contact with him. They opened the manhole and looked at him and said, what are you doing? And he said, I just need something to drink. I'm tired.
There's another isolated clip that we need for a promo. He just likes going into the manhole.
Somebody get that guy a Mountain Dew and a monkeypox vaccine. And that's what they did. They gave him a Mountain Dew, and they lost contact with him from there on out. So, yeah, that's something, and that's quite unusual that where that guy likes to live and dwell. Gross.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Feeling the pinch of higher prices?
Golden Oak Lending can save you money with their low fixed rates.
James Hawkins here, president of Golden Oak. You can offset today's high prices by using the low interest equity in your home to pay off credit cards, make home improvements, or simply put cold hard cash back in your pocket.
Start saving money and skip 2 mortgage payments. Call 317-706-GOLD today.
Golden Oak Lending cured my blues.
NMLS 114937.
Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Aristotle said that. The Singer Financial Team embodies it so your family can live it. This is Brian Singer. Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people.
This is Erica Baker, advisor and team member with Singer Financial. Our clients expect excellence from their financial advisory team. At Singer Financial, our mission is to be the last financial team your family will ever need or want. We understand that requires a deep level of engagement and trust. At Singer Financial, we take the time to get to know you, to understand what you need, and also what you want from your investments. We can help provide answers to the questions you may not even know to ask. That means we don't really have clients. We have relationships with people, relationships with couples, relationships with families who deserve excellence. Feeling valued and trusted by your family is the most rewarding aspect of what we do. That's why our team is committed to excellence. Excellence is what you should expect when you choose to partner with Singer Financial.
The Singer Financial Team has developed and refined a proprietary process designed to help people who are still working create a work-optional lifestyle. We call it the RIM. The Retirement Income Money Map looks at 5 key areas of your financial life and then informs your choices to design a lifestyle as unique as you are. The RIM process puts all the pieces of the puzzle together to increase your chances to live the lifestyle you've imagined for your retirement.
Our team can help make your money live as long as you do. Go to singerfinancialgroup.com to explore the RIM process or call 317-852-9153 to schedule a virtual or in-office discovery visit.
Investment advisory services offered through registered investment advisors Howard Bailey Securities, LLC, and AE Wealth Management, LLC. Working with Singer Financial cannot guarantee investment success or that specific financial goals will be achieved.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A Hoosier congresswoman killed in a crash. Mostly sunny and 93 in Monument Circle. Chances for rain later. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:30. Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski and 3 others died in a head-on crash. WIBC's Donnie Burgess is in studio. What do we know about the crash so far?
So far, we know that the total indeed is 4 dead. Again, this crash was in Elkhart County about 12:30 this afternoon. As you know, one was your Congresswoman Jackie Walorski. Also killed in the crash was Emma Thompson. She's the communications director for Walorski. A man named Zachary Potts also died. He's believed to be the driver of Walorski's car. Elkhart County police say the other person that died was Edith Schmucker, the driver of the other car involved, which crossed the center line and hit Walorski's car head on. You'll get the latest information on this crash right here on 93 WIBC and online at WIBC.com.
You may have heard that Gen Con is threatening to leave Indiana if the abortion ban bill passes. Chris Gall with Visit Indy says so far Gen Con has been the only one, but it's a big one.
We haven't heard from any other convention that Senate Bill 1 is impacting their future. Clearly today Gen Con took a stance, and we know they're closely watching. We know they're monitoring. They have been for weeks.
He says his organization is working with them to keep them past 2026 when their contract with Indianapolis runs out. President Biden is promoting a new executive order on abortion.
This executive order builds on the first one I signed last month, and that also will help safeguard access to health care, including the right to choose and contraception.
The order plans to protect access to reproductive health care, including traveling across state lines for abortions. Elwood police officer Noah Shanovez, shot and killed early Sunday, will be buried at Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis after a Saturday funeral at I-Town Church at 11 a.m. in Fishers. Visitation is Friday from 2 to 7 at the church. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:32.
Imagine if you could accomplish 3 things when you invest your money. 3 things. 1, get a 5,
10, or even a 35% bonus on your investment. 2, get a competitive return that'll beat what you get at the bank. And 3, sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Call 317-349-5212. You'll benefit in 3 big ways. Get a 5, 10, or a 35% bonus on your investment. Earn a competitive return that'll beat the bank. And sleep well, knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies. This offer won't last forever. So call 317-349-5212. 317-349-5212.
With traffic at 433, here's Matt Baer.
Northwest side, Harrison jammed in. Northbound 465, 86th Street up to 865. Eastbound 465 stops at Westfield Boulevard over to Allisonville Road. East side southbound 465 barely moving 70 down to Arlington. Eastbound 70 into downtown stop and go Harding to the south split, and inbound 65 stops at 21st. Traffic sponsored by Singer Financial. It's the perfect time to focus on those things you can control. You can choose to design your retirement. Brian Singer can help you do that. Visit SingerFinancialGroup.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
The forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies as we head into the late evening hours. A few showers or thunderstorms possible with lows in the mid-70s. Thursday, look for mainly cloudy skies. A scattered shower or thunderstorm possible with highs near 83. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Still no word on the cause of the collision that killed Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski in Elkhart County earlier today. Her and 3 other people dead, including 2 of her aides, Emma Thompson and another one of her
Zachary
aides,
Potts.
Zachary Potts, who were both very young, 27 and 28. She died in this collision. The driver of the car that hit them head on also dead. And we don't have word on the cause of the collision. Representative Walorski, one of the more liked people in Congress. Very popular. She was she lost her bid against Donnelly in 2010, but then he left in 2012 to go run for the Senate. And, just a huge margin back in 2012. For that second congressional district seat, like a 62 to 38 margin over her challenger. So she was, I presumably back in her district, I would assume campaigning for midterms, Hammer.
Tragic story, and our news department's going to have this all afternoon, all evening. You can get the latest updates at WIBC.com. Bringing it back to Indianapolis here, Nigel, it sounds like we got another win for the good guys here. At least that's the early report that I'm hearing. A person was killed on a shooting during an apparent robbery on the Far East Side earlier this morning. Around 4:15 a.m., IMPD officers responded to the intersection of North Cumberland Road and 10th Street in the Cumberland area on the report of a person shot. Police arrived and found a male victim who had been shot outside of a home. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police said they're not sure whether the victim was a teenager or an adult, but following a preliminary investigation, detectives believe the incident was self-defense.
Score one for the good guys.
Detectives believe the incident was some type of robbery attempt, and the person that shot and killed this, what we believe would have been the suspect.
Was it a carjacking? Oh, I don't think they were able to confirm if it was a carjacking or not. But either way, self-defense is the words that were used by police in this.
And the person is cooperating with the police, but it sounds like, and again, I don't know if this person has the right to have a firearm or not. But there's an old expression, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If you're assaulting someone in any way, whether it's breaking and entering, whether it's a carjacking or whatever, you run the risk of getting shot and killed.
Absolutely, you do. And we need to highlight these stories because I believe it might be one of the things that would maybe drive down crime a little bit. Obviously, the main things, stopping the revolving door of the criminal justice system, lenient sentences, lenient bail, those kinds of things are major. But highlighting stories of civilians arming themselves and taking the lives of their attackers, certainly I would think would deter some people that live that kind of lifestyle.
You don't have to worry about the justice system letting somebody like that back out on the streets because it ain't going to happen. And maybe, just maybe, the law-abiding citizens are going to start looking at the law that way. I mean, if you live in Marion County, and I do, and you're a law-abiding citizen with a firearm, and you're legally allowed to have it, you have to start making some decisions. Do I want to shoot to kill, or do I want to shoot to scare? Because in Marion County, if they get locked up for 24 hours, guess what? They're going to be out the next day. They're coming to look for revenge.
Exactly.
And this is also part of the reason why nobody's talking to the police. How many officers have we spoke to, Nigel, where they say nobody wants to talk to us because snitches get stitches?
Beech Grove, a couple of weeks ago, right?
Absolutely.
That incident in Beech Grove at the park. Not a lot of people were talking. Not a lot of witnesses were there after that shooting in the park.
A lot of people saw it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about it because they don't want to be on the other end when the scumbag gets back out of jail. According to a new report, BLM activist and all-around fraud Sean King, a.k.a. Talcum X, used over $40,000 in donor cash to buy a dog for his family. Now, this guy, Sean King, social justice activist, he was raising all this money. Donate to my specific pact, and we're going to get the people in office that we deserve. People who want to defund the police. People who want to get people of color into office. So people were donating to his cause, and he took $40,000 of it and bought his family a dog.
I'm sorry, $40,000 dog? Is that like gold-plated? Is it dipped in platinum? What are we sure that's the price on the dog?
The dog came from the American Kennel Club, and this was from donor cash.
Oh. Well, so there's got to be an explanation here. He's
a fraud.
He's saying, I did it with the dogs for extra security.
Bull crap. Because the dog has been returned. After he got busted and after he got caught, he said that the dog was too much energy for the family, so they returned it.
He needed a dog for home security, $40,000.
This guy.
Lord.
If you donated to BLM or anything that this race baiter-in-chief Sean King has done, how do you feel about where your money went? Patrice Cullors of BLM got multiple mansions with your money.
It's in a $6 million mansion. That's a big house.
That's a big house.
That's a big house for Indiana, where you get a little more for your buck. That's a big house for California. I mean, what a scam.
Right.
You people that gave money to this activist organization are the victims of frauds.
Your money bought Patrice Cullors multiple homes and got a $40,000 dog for the family of Sean King. This is fraud. You're absolutely right. There's no other way to put it. And my question is, all right, so when are some of these big-time celebrities and huge corporations that donated a lot of money to BLM, Sun King and Apple and all these other places, when are they going to help rebuild some of those urban communities that were burned to the ground during the Summer of Love in 2020? When are they going to step up and help rebuild? Because there was a story on Fox last night of Minneapolis. Minneapolis looks like hell.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
It never recovered.
It never recovered. In those riots accomplished nothing except burning down disproportionately affected minority communities, lower income communities.
Right.
Congratulations. You defund the police. The people with that mantra, the activists, the rioters, did nothing but burn down, the people that needed the police officers help the most, right?
And the woke white celebrities. Where's Stephen Carell? Where's Justin Timberlake? They were real quick to bail those out, bail the rioters out of jail with the bail projects. But now they've gone awful silent when those cities still haven't received a lot of their money from the BLM corporate folks. And they're just sitting there, broken windows, dilapidated, looks like hell. But you don't hear anything from those folks. So have you heard of the term quiet quitting?
Was this another one of those Generation Z millennial things?
So this is a TikTok trend where people are talking about quiet quitting. Here's an example.
I recently learned about this term called quiet quitting, where you're not outright quitting your job, but you're quitting the idea of going above and beyond. You're still performing your duties, but you're no longer subscribing to the hustle culture mentality that work has to be your life. The reality is it's not, and your worth as a person is not defined by your labor.
It sounds like Peter from Office Space. I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
You do just enough not to get fired.
That's it.
That's all it is.
I think
half-assing
people have been doing that for a long time. I don't think this is anything new, is it?
No, it's just got a term now.
Okay.
Quiet quitting.
I mean, if you don't want to get ahead, it's your job. If you just want to, if you're fine where you're at and fine where you're at in life, and you don't want to work hard and try to do more and get attention from the higher ups, sure, quiet quit all you want. I'll take your place.
All right, we've got some state fair tickets to give away. We've got a family 4-pack of tickets. All you have to do is play a little game with us. Caller number 9 right now. You get to play the game. 239-9393. That's the number. 239-9393. Once again, today we're playing State Fair, Matt Bear, or both. That is the game of choice. Caller number 9. Good luck.
Man, I know you're feeling the pinch of those higher prices. Costs might be rising, but you can put some extra cash in your pocket with a cash-out refi from Golden Oak Lending. Look, even if you haven't made any updates to your house, your home's value has increased in the last year alone. Home value is reaching all-time highs. It means you could pull more cash out of your house and use that equity to finish a home project, pay off credit cards, or just put a little cash back in your pocket.
How would you like to skip your first 2 mortgage payments? With Golden Oak, you can do that. Plus, you'll never pay for an appraisal up front, and if they can't close your loan for any reason at all, the appraisal is no charge. Golden Oak Lending will not ask you for your credit card. They want to build trust with you, and they want you to contact them right now. 317-706-GOLD. That's the number, 706-GOLD, or go to goldenoaklending.com, NMLS 114937.
We're celebrating fun at the speed of summer at your Indiana State Fair. Your favorite summertime tradition is celebrating all things Indiana, including our automotive excellence in partnership with Tom Wood Automotive Group.
Today is BMV Discount Day. Save half off on your State Fair admission by visiting BMV.com. Enjoy the thrills of the rides, visit with the animals, and don't miss all the wonderful taste of summer today.
Join us for 18 magical days and 4 fun-filled weekends of food, rides, animals, and more at your Indiana State Fair.
Inspired by touch, by play, by listening and laughter. Inspired by family gatherings and one-on-one conversations. Inspired by long walks, long lives, and lives simply lived well. Inspired by compassion, by healing, by grace and strength. What inspires us at Franciscan Health is you. Franciscan Health, inspiring health.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. The majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
For a smarter conversation about money, Everyday Wealth with Soledad O'Brien and Gene Chatsky. Presented by Edelman Financial Engines. For airtimes, visit everydaywealth.com.
A $2,000 energy-saving credit plus sale prices on energy-efficient B-windows, siding, and doors. Up to $2,000 energy credit and no payments, no interest for up to 22 months.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
Westbound 70 stop and go traffic out in Hendricks County. This is after State Road 267 past State Road 39. That's a construction zone. Southside eastbound 465 dragging in pockets from Kentucky Avenue over to Emerson. Eastside southbound 465 jams before 70 down to 74. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now get a $2,000 energy savings credit plus sale prices on energy efficient B Window sidings and doors. No payment or interest for up to 22 months. That's Favors B Window. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Again, coming up a little bit after 5 o'clock, the latest on the tragic news from northern Indiana. Elkhart County, Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski killed in an automobile accident along with 3 others. 2 members of her staff also dead. We'll have more on this coming up in just a little bit. Right now, 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
So we've got 4 tickets to the Indiana State Fair to give away, but we need caller number 9. Tom, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel Show. Tom, where you from?
Hello, Tom.
I'm from Zionsville.
Zionsville, big Nige country.
My neck of the woods.
Uh-oh.
Have they built a statue of you up there yet, Nige? Is that up there, or is
they're probably going to try to kick me out before too long.
Tom, how's the effing mayor doing up there? How's old Mayor Emily doing these days, Tom?
I'll pass.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little game called State Fair, Matt Bear, or both.
Hi.
We've got Matt Bear in studio, and we're going to read you a statement. It will either be a statement about the Indiana State Fair, Matt Bear, our traffic guy, or both. You get 2 out of 3. We're going to give you the tickets, okay?
Got it.
Okay, here we go. To read these options, Christopher Hammer, who's interning here with us. Chris.
Has carnies on speed dial.
Has carnies on speed dial. State Fair, Matt Bear, or both?
Both.
Yes! I'll take that, yes. 1 down, 1 to go. Here we go. Chris.
Has a hog with massive genitals.
Has a hog with massive genitals.
Matt Bear.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Okay.
Tom, my man.
Way to go, Tom.
Congratulations. You're going to go to the Indiana State Fair. I believe Travis Tritt's playing this Friday at the free stage. TK will get you all the information, okay?
That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
You got it.
You got it, Tom.
Were there any lies in that, Matt Bear?
Well, the first one I immediately was like, yeah, carnies. Like, sure.
What Matt does at a spare time is none of your business.
Contact list full of them. The second one's a little iffy. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. You
know. But you're telling me that if somebody wants to go to the state fair, if somebody is on their way to get a deep fried cigarette, they're going to have to be rerouted because of Purple Line crap?
Yeah, if you're coming from the east side, this is going to be a tough thing, man. 38th Street is, well, it's closed westbound. So, like, if you're going to the state fairgrounds at 38th and Fall Creek from the east side or Hancock County, you're not going to be able to use 38th Street from Emerson to Keystone. It's closed for Purple Line construction.
Boo!
Yeah, no, come on, traffic traffic guy. But the eastbound lanes, well, I mean, it's at least you have one lane there going from Keystone and Emerson Avenue. That's down to one lane, essentially. So I wouldn't use 38th Street going to or from the State Fair. I'd use like 46th or maybe 30th. Those will get you through to Fall Creek. In other words, just don't use 38th Street because it's really tore up right now.
Got it. Matt Bear.
Yeah. At Matt in Traffic, by the way.
I was going to say the State Fair, I just remembered they're opening the Fall Creek Pavilion next year, 2023, and that's where the new swine pavilion, like the new swine headquarters will be.
That's where the pig with the big old wiener is going to be.
Yeah,
that's where I keep my hogs.
Yeah, so the Farm Bureau Fall Creek Pavilion, because my wife and my daughter and her parents were there over the weekend and said that I think they're slowly phasing out where the swine are. And it's going to be kind of like a best-in-class livestock facility that's opening next summer. So that we'll have that for the State Fair next year.
I believe a lot of the improvements being made at the Indiana State Fair is because of me. People like me, sports betting money has actually being used for some of these projects around the state. The general fund that we hear so much about, this is where the state of Indiana gets their tax dollars from sports betting. So if you're a guy like me and you bet all the time, you just bought a new swine barn for everybody. You're welcome.
Thank you, Hammer.
You're very welcome.
The old one is like 100 years old.
I'm picturing like a Conrad, with the new upscale swine barn I keep hearing about.
Only the curly pigtails are allowed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right.
All right, Matt, we'll touch base with you again in just a few minutes. So where are we at, Big Nige, with Elon Musk's dad? He's been running a lot of smack about Elon lately.
In some podcast or interview, he said that his younger son, Kimball, Elon's younger brother, is the one that has his pride and joy. That's the one his pride and joy is.
Not the richest man on the planet. The guy that sends a rocket up to space, has it come back down and land on a boat.
He said he's not proud of Elon and, in fact, doesn't even drive a Tesla. Which I'm like, look, man, his dad is a weirdo. He had intercourse with his 35-year-old stepdaughter who he knew since she was 4 and had 2 kids with her. Now, there's something creepy about that. I'm sorry. Nothing illegal. Stepdaughter didn't do anything illegal while she was underage, but she was 35 when they hooked up and had 2 kids.
He's living a Pornhub lifestyle.
Yeah, you better see.
Was Lisa Ann in that movie? She follows us on Twitter now, by the way.
So I'm not sure what's going on there with that family dynamic, but Elon's dad better be sitting this one out, considering the effed up story about, hooking up with his stepdaughter, who's 35 years old now.
When we come back, again, sad news from the world of politics here in Indiana. A state representative has died in a car crash. We'll have the latest on that next.
Love Diamonds Direct over at Keystone at the Crossing. Made several purchases there. Most recently, a pair of diamond studded earrings for my wife. I love the staff. I even emailed ahead of time, told them what I was looking for. They had several choices laid out for me. I was in and out in about a half hour, 45 minutes. And look, here's all you need to know about Diamonds Direct. They have so much more than just diamonds. Case after case of fashion jewelry. Earrings, bracelets, bands, fashion rings. The list goes on.
Listen, we could be here for hours rattling off all the reasons why Diamonds Direct is the best in the business, but it comes down to this: the best guaranteed price. That's what it's really about. At Diamonds Direct, you get the guaranteed best price, the strongest warranty, and a relaxed, no-pressure environment. The sales staff there, they're not going to make you go out of your comfort zone, and they give you options. DiamondsDirect.com. That's the website. Check it out. Or stop by that beautiful showroom at Keystone at the Crossing. Diamonds Direct. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Hi, this is Denny Smith. Have you ever considered a water furnace geothermal heat pump for your home? Well, you should, because Water Furnace is one of the most flexible units on the market today. Heating, cooling, and even supplemental domestic hot water all from the same unit. It is comfort that gives back because it's the greenest, most efficient, and most cost-effective HVAC system available. Want to learn more? Call Precision Comfort Systems at 317-867-2554, or you can find them at precisioncomfort.com.
Imagine if you could accomplish 3 things when you invest your money. 3 things. 1, get a 5, 10, 10, or even a 35% bonus on your investment. 2, get a competitive return that'll beat what you get at the bank. And 3, sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Call 317-349-5212. You'll benefit in 3 big ways. Get a 5, 10, or a 35% bonus on your investment. Earn a competitive return that'll beat the bank. And sleep well, knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies. This offer won't last forever. So call 317-349-5212. 317-349-5212.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and autopay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Hey, what's up? It's Tamer and Nigel. Join us Friday live in Columbus at the Thompson Furniture Patio Party at 3 o'clock. Free pizza, Upland beer, and big giveaways at 25th and Central in Columbus.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes, Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski was killed in a car crash in northern Indiana. Chris Davis will have more on that. Also, a teenager died after a shooting this morning on the east side, and police are investigating a stabbing in Castleton that put one person in the hospital. All that and more after Fox News Radio from the Shepherd Community Center studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis.
A head-on collision kills a member of Congress. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Republican Congresswoman Jackie Walorski and 2 aides killed in her home state, Indiana.
This is devastating news that's rocked Capitol Hill here this afternoon. The House is out this week. That's why members are back in their districts.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. The crash happened earlier today.
The Elkhart, Indiana Sheriff's Office says Walorski was in an SUV traveling southbound. A car crossed left of center and crashed into the SUV head-on.
Congresswoman Jackie Walorski was 58. The crash also killing her communications director, her district director, and the other driver. Walorski was first elected in 2012, flipping a seat from blue to red. House Republican Whip Steve Scalise says she and her staffers died serving her constituents. The White House says it's monitoring China's reaction after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's trip to Taiwan as the Chinese military surrounds the island nation with live fire drills.
There's no reason for Beijing to turn this visit, which is consistent with our policy, into some sort of crisis or to use it as a pretext to increase aggressive military activity in or around the Taiwan Strait.
But spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre declining to praise Pelosi, as many Republicans have done, saying the speaker's travels are up to her. Still a lot of counting to do in Arizona, but Republican Carrie Lake, backed by former President Trump, is sounding confident in the governor's race.
The MAGA movement rose up and voted like their lives depended on it. And it proved that you can't buy an election, at least not in Arizona. You can't buy an election. We the people rose up and spoke.
She's still leading Karen Taylor Robeson, who's backed by former Vice President Pence, but that lead shrank overnight to a margin of just over 11,000 votes. Maricopa County alone has more than 100,000 outstanding votes. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
An Indiana congresswoman died in a car crash. Sunny and 93 downtown. You could see some rain this evening, lows into the 70s. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Congresswoman Jackie Walorski was killed along with 3 other people in a wreck in Elkhart County Wednesday afternoon. Chris Davis reports.
Walorski was 58. She had been in Congress for 10 years. Before that, she served in the Indiana legislature. Walorski was killed along with 3 other people, the driver of the other car and her communications director and driver of her car. Walorski had been outspoken about the addiction problem in Indiana, speaking here of her friend Dr. Todd Graham, killed by a patient who was addicted to opioids.
And he so much wanted to find the non-addiction paths, and that's what he was committing his research to.
Walorski had also been a news anchor before a lawmaker. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A fatal shooting on the east side of Indianapolis this morning. Police were called to a home on Tapp Drive near the Marion County line and found a person who had been shot and killed. Officers say the victim was 16. They think he may have been acting in self-defense and it could have been a robbery. 3 people are the victims of a triple stabbing in Castleton. Parker Carlson has more.
A little after midnight Wednesday morning, police were called to an apartment complex on Ivywood Drive by the intersection at 75th Street and New Road. They found 2 juveniles, a male and female, with minor lacerations. However, another hurt woman was taken to the hospital with worse life-threatening injuries. At the moment, IMPD has not released a motive behind the stabbing or if any suspects have been caught. Parker Carlson, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The funeral for Elwood police officer Noah Shanavez will be Saturday at 11 in the morning at I-Town Church on 136th Street in Fishers. He'll be buried at Crown Hill Cemetery. Visitation will start at 2 Friday afternoon at the church. A hot day in Indiana today and maybe some rain, says Joe Neild with the National Weather Service.
We'll be dry likely the majority of the day, perhaps even into the early evening before widespread showers and thunderstorms move in along with a cold front overnight tonight.
Temperatures were in the 90s today. Heat index values were even hotter. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
Hi, guys. It's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, August 3rd, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pine Grove Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. We can now get rid of your erectile dysfunction without any pills. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce powerful results in the bedroom in minutes. You're going to love that, guys. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000. But call today, Wednesday, and qualify totally free. 317-552-1111. That's 317-552-1111. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Pine Grove Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 317-552-1111.
Traffic on the 5s at 5:05. Here's Matt Bear.
Northeast side Harrison, eastbound 465, stops at Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. East side southbound 465, jams before 70 down to 74, then to Arlington. Inbound 65, stop and go 21st to the split. Eastbound 70 into downtown, slows from Belmont to Meridian, Illinois, and on the south side, eastbound 465, pockets of stop and go traffic from 70 over to Emerson. Traffic sponsored by DoMyOwnPestControl.com. You need a lawn care pro and a pest control pro. You can have both in one guy. You. DoMyOwn.com will help you get there with pro products, pro knowledge, and pro support. DoMyOwn.com for the pro in you. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the evening hours. A few showers or thunderstorms possible during the overnight hours with lows near 75. On Thursday, we'll look for a mostly cloudy sky, a scattered shower or storm possible. It'll be cooler with highs near 83. On Friday, partly cloudy, another chance for an isolated shower or storm with highs near 86. For the weekend, a chance for some showers and storms and heating up with highs in the upper 80s near 90. I'm Wish TV storm tracking meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Got a statement from Attorney General Todd Rokita on the passing of Representative Walorski. Congresswoman Walorski killed tragically in Elkhart County in a car accident, very bad car accident, involved several other people, including her driver and her communications director. Here is Todd Rokita. Quote, Jackie Walorski was a woman who stood strong in her values, cared for her family, and served Hoosiers well. I have many great memories and stories of our time together in Congress and on the campaign trail. In addition to everything else, she had a great sense of humor. She will be missed. Our sympathies also go out to the families of Zach Potts and Emma Thompson, who died in the same tragic accident. Hoosiers across the state mourn the loss of these public servants.
Mike Pence on Twitter, quote, Karen Pence and I are heartbroken by the tragic passing of our dear friend, Representative Jackie Walorski. She served Indiana in the State House and in Congress with integrity and principle for nearly 2 decades and will be deeply missed.
Let's see. GOP leader Kevin McCarthy tweeted out an official statement from the office of Congresswoman Jackie Walorski. Jackie's husband was just informed by the Elkhart County Sheriff's Office that Jackie was killed in a car accident this afternoon. She's returned home to be with her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Please help her family in your thoughts and prayers. We will have no further comment at this time. Tragic stuff, man. Wow.
4 people dead in an automobile accident in Elkhart County, including Indiana Representative Jackie Walorski. Our news department's going to have this and a lot more at WIBC.com all throughout the afternoon and evening tonight. Nigel, I saw a story, and this number is pretty staggering to me. Credit card balances are up 13% as consumers struggle with inflation. So a lot of people who find items more expensive now, whether it be groceries, whether it be gas or whatever, they've had to start using their credit card because they need to get those items. And now credit card balances as a whole are up 13% around the nation.
Let's drill down to that in just a little bit deeper. They went up 13% since last quarter, which is the biggest jump in more than 20 years. And yes, and no question, absolutely inflation has to do with that, as some people are having to make tough decisions on whether or not to fill up their gas tank or buy the extra amount of food they'll need for the week for their family and their kids and stuff. And last quarter saw 233 million new credit card accounts open.
233 million new accounts.
That's the most since 2008. So look, yeah, people are going to those credit cards and having to make some tough decisions and just accumulating that debt. Do you keep a balance on a credit card at all? Do you have I
have a couple different cards.
Is it like, oh crap, honey, we're gonna have to, dip into Chris's college fund to pay him off?
No. The way that we use ours is I'll use our credit cards for vacations, booking airfare, that kind of stuff.
You could get points and stuff for it, right?
Right. Cash back sometimes, and then whenever we get paid here, just bang it out.
That's what we got, one of those Southwest credit cards that gets points and airfare and stuff like that. And that's what we put our vacation. We got a Costco one too. That's what we have. We got a Southwest and a Costco. And sometimes we'll buy trips on the Costco credit card. Obviously, we pay that off as soon as possible. But, I don't know. And I've got a couple of, my Netflix is tied to one of my credit cards. It's just a monthly recurring charge in there. But, man, I normally try not to carry more than a couple $100, if anything at all. I try not to. I try to, use my debit card for everything.
I try to keep as much money into the checking and saving as possible. Like I said, if we're making a roadie, if we're doing a vacation, a family trip, that'll go on the credit card. And then I'll just pay that off the next, wedding I DJ or bonus check we get here.
But look, you never know what's going to happen at the old. We're both homeowners. Didn't you just have to replace your hot water heater?
Oh,
you have to do that?
Not too long ago, we had to replace the hot water heater. We had to do the whole electrical system in the house about a year ago.
Yeah, so credit cards can come in handy from time to time. I wouldn't encourage to use them very often and only use them when you know that you're going to be able to pay them off eventually. But man, those interest rates are crazy.
This is a lecture that 20-year-old me probably needed to hear. When I'm broke as a joke at Ball State, man.
Yeah, man, me too. I spent a semester at Ball State. Oh, yeah, here, sign up. There was like a credit card tent on every corner on campus. And then I would take that thing and just go to the mall, new clothes, new shoes. Oh, hey, it's all free. And then I'd get that statement and be like, oh, wait.
It's not free. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you're getting screwed on it. Speaking of inflation, can I play you this piece of audio from this news anchor in Houston?
Please.
This is a news anchor. This is not like a talk radio host, not a shock jock or anything like this. This is a straight-laced, like Phil Sanchez style reporter, news anchor in Houston.
Inflation continues to bitch slap the American family, and that includes at the dinner table.
Did I hear a bitch slap in there somewhere? Can I hear that one more time?
Inflation continues to bitch slap the American family, and that includes at the dinner table.
I got to tell you, that's a newscast I'm watching. That's a news anchor I'm paying attention to. That guy's got my loyalties now.
Right.
I believe that's called keeping it real.
Did he mean to say that, or was he just like pulling a Ron Burgundy and somebody wrote it in the teleprompter and he read it word for word?
The inflation is B-slap. That's great. I applaud that guy. I hope he doesn't get in trouble for something like that.
I hope his numbers go up, because you're right. I would watch that newscast. He's talking like I do. I like this guy. All right, Matt Baer, what's going on?
Looking at inbound 65, it stops at 21st Street to the north split. That's to downtown. Same with eastbound 70. It slows. Harding Street to Meridian, Illinois. East side southbound 465 stop traffic 70 down to 74. And eastbound 465 stop and go Keystone past Allisonville. Hendricks County westbound 70 jams up before State Road 39 over to Hazelwood because of road work. Traffic sponsored by Staples Store. Staples has everything you need for school prices that won't hold you back. Don't send your kids back to school. Send them forward at Staples, the working and learning store. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Inflation continues to bitch slap the American family, and that includes at the dinner table.
Well, if you're one of those being slapped around, we've got somebody that can help you.
Yes.
The crazy coupon lady, Crystal Hammer. She's going to join us here in just a moment. She's got some savings for you that involve the grocery store. So that's coming up here in just a moment. Right now, it's 93 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Old National Bank is asking businesses to get old. But first, they have questions.
Who runs my business if I get old?
You do. You can get old and remain young.
Is that possible?
With a commercial bank as good as Old National, yes.
What will it feel like to get old?
Well, business owners describe a feeling of euphoria, having local decision-making and committed relationship bankers.
Okay, one old guy coming up.
Introducing Old National Bank, where business relationships and results matter. Old National Bank. Get old. Member FDIC.
Retirement with the Singer Financial Team. If you want a retirement where you can bring your dreams to life, you need a strategy, you need a plan, you need a great coach, a great manager, an expert that takes advantage of perspective and experience and expertise to help you win. And if the game plan isn't working, you need someone like Brian Singer and the Singer Financial Team who can make adjustments and change the plan to work in your favor.
If you want your goals and your dreams to become reality, you need to start planning now. And that starts with a phone call to the Singer Financial Group, located in Central Indy, in Brownsburg. Let the Singer Financial Group customize a plan specifically for your visions of retirement. 317-852-9153. That's 317-852-9153. Schedule a time to chat today or go to singerfinancialgroup.com.
Investment advisory services offered through registered investment advisors Howard Bailey Securities, LL3 and AE Wealth Management, LLC. Working with Singer Financial cannot guarantee investment success or that specific financial goals will be achieved.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here, letting you know when you need plumbing help, call who I call, my friends at Hope Plumbing. Not only are they experts in their field who respect the true value of customer service, they also love giving back to this community, which is evident in their new referral program. If you refer a friend, Hope Plumbing will give you and the referral a $50 gift card to a local restaurant. Great plumbing and supporting local restaurants. For more information, visit hopeplumbing.com.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk, presented by Technology Recyclers. Business electronics recycling. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
There's never been a better time to look at a cash-out refinance. Apply online today at thehomeloanexpert.com. NMLS number 1326241.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here with a very special and lovely guest on the DriveHubler.com hotline.
She saves you money and she sexes me up. She's the crazy coupon lady, my wife, Crystal Hammer. Darling, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Hey, what's been the response that you've gotten from, that you've received, rather, from your time coming on our program?
I have gotten lots of response, especially this past week. A lot of people have been posting their deals on my page, which I love because they show how they've gone out and done my exact deal and got the same savings. I've had people send me, direct messages saying, thank you so much. You were able to save me almost $100 on my groceries. And, I even have people reach out to me when they have issues with, like, the rebate apps, like Ibotta and Fetch, that I can talk them through whatever problems that they're having in order for them to get their money back. So the response has been fantastic.
Now, you come on every week and you give us deals and ways to save money using various apps. Just in case somebody's listening for the very first time here, take me through what happened at the grocery store this past weekend. You posted the photo on social media, but I think this is important, how much money you saved with the amount of groceries that you got.
Yeah, so I even dragged you along with me.
No.
Yeah, he was really happy about that. But I dragged him along with me to Kroger's, and so I used two different apps. I used the Ibotta app, which basically just has rebates for certain products, and you get so much money back, depending on how many of the products that you buy. And then you have the Fetch Rewards, which is, it gives you points but those points equivalent to dollars that you can then transfer in for different gift cards and such. So I was able, with the Kroger weekly deals and my Fetch and Ibotta, was able to get $260 worth of groceries for $160. I saved over $100.
And this is like the expensive stuff here, because milk is ridiculous to buy, and things like that.
Yeah.
This was the good stuff. This was a legit grocery run for 2 teenage boys that we have at home.
Yeah, and I also want to stress to people, like, yes, I'm getting name brand products, and you'll have the people out there that will say, well, I can get the same thing when I buy Kroger brand. Well, when I show you the deal that I'm going to give you today, I'm going to show you how you can buy the name brands, and you're getting it for cheaper than the actual Kroger brand.
Hey, before we get to that, Crystal, what's like the Ibotta app? That's a rebate app to where you get rebates, you put it in the app, and then it translates into real cash that you can actually transfer into your bank account. What's in it for Ibotta? You know what I mean? Like, what are they getting out of all this? Is it like the use of your information and data and stuff like that?
No, what I'm thinking they probably do is they track what you purchase. So they're getting like a tracking of what are the brands that everybody, tends to like the most. I'm sure it's giving them, that kind of like data. And I'm sure they probably get money from the actual companies to be able to be on this app.
Gotcha.
All right, so it's back to school time here, and that can mean a lot of things. It could mean school supplies. It could also mean lunches for the kids to go back to school with. Tell us what you got for us today.
Okay, so my deal that I'm going to go over with you today is completely at Kroger. Everything's at Kroger. It's using their weekly specials that start today and run until Tuesday of next week. So you've got a whole week to try to do this deal. And I'm going to get you enough products that you can make lunches for your kiddos for 2 weeks. Wow. And it's going to just cost you just under $25.
Let's go. Let's do it.
$2.50 a lunch. So, yes, we're going to start out with some drinks. The Nestle Pure Life 24-pack of bottled water. Regular price, $4.79. On sale for $3.30. But there's also a 55-cent coupon, making it just $2.79 for a 24-pack. Now, the Kroger brand is, I think it's around like $2.49. So it's really close to the same price as the Kroger brand. Okay.
Okay.
Next, you're going to get you 2 boxes of the Go-Gurts. Those are the yogurts that are in the tubes.
Right.
They are priced at $3.49. They're on sale for $2.49. And when you buy 2, there's a digital coupon, $1.50 off 2. So that makes them $3.48 for 2 boxes, or just $1.74 a box.
That's pretty good. And I know a lot of couples with young kids that drink those. We used to drink those or eat those at our house all the time. Yeah. Yeah,
my boys still do. And then next, you're going to pick up 3 packages of the Oscar Mayer ham. Now, they're normally around $4.79. They're on sale for $3.99. And then there's a weekly digital coupon for 50 cents off, making them $3.49 a package, which is really good for deli meat. But we're not done there. There are 2 rebates on Ibotta for 50 cents off. So I don't know why there's 2 rebates on there, but on my account there's 2, making it $1 per package. So you get it for $2.49 a package.
Okay, so
that's unbelievable. Okay.
Add all this up together here. What are we looking at?
Well, I got more. Can I give you some more?
Oh, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, if you got ham, you have to have bread, right? So Nature's Own Hawaiian loaf bread. Have you ever tried that?
I've had their rolls, like the Hawaiian type rolls.
Okay, this is a loaf of bread. Now, it's normally $3.99 a loaf, which I would never buy the $3.99 bread. But they are on special buy one, get one free, so that makes them $3.99 for 2. And there's $1 back on Ibotta, making it just $1.99 for 2, because you're going to buy 2 breads. And that makes them 99 cents each a loaf. Okay? So now we got our sandwiches, we've got our dairy, we've got our drinks. Well, we need a fruit. So Mott's Mighty Applesauces, there's a 6-pack. They're $2.49. There's a $1 back rebate on Ibotta, making them just $1.49. And just for reference, the Kroger brand is $2.19 for a 6-pack. And then you got the famous Amos cookies, which are just unbelievable cookies. Normal price is $4.79. On sale for $4.59. You're going to buy 2 because you're going to get $2 back from Ibotta, $2 back from Fetch, a savings of $4. So it makes it $5.18 for 2 bags of cookies, or $2.59.
All right.
So altogether, you're. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So altogether, I mean, you're feeding your kids for like what, $25 for 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's your subtotal's $48.68. Your Kroger savings is $13.59. Your Ibotta savings is $9. Jeez. Your Fetch savings is $2, making it $24.09 for all those products.
That is such a huge deal. Especially, Hammer, you and I were talking to the guys from Midwest Food Bank earlier this week, and how the inflation has caused a little bit of run on some of the food banks, and people have to make some serious choices in their life of what to maybe fill up their car versus going and filling up their grocery cart. I mean, you said it yourself. You saved over $100 when you went shopping earlier this week. That's truly incredible if people know what they're doing and can actually put in the work.
Yeah, I mean, my goal is to try to get it as close to 50% off if I can. And what I do is just, you have to look at the weekly Kroger deals and try to match them up with whatever rebates that you may be able to find on Fetch and Ibotta.
And for those who are listening, maybe they're in their car and they couldn't follow all of that. Can you send me a picture of what you've done, and I'll post that on the Hammer and Nigel social media?
Yes, I actually have a video where I actually explain each product and where to go to clip all these coupons and rebates that they can watch, and they can pause it whenever they need to so that they can write down any notes that they need as well.
And how can they follow you?
They can follow me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Just look for Crystal, and it's spelled Chrystal, Hammer.
All right. Now, before we let you go, I'm going to put you on a little challenge here. Okay, I want to see how good your couponing skills are. I'm going to rattle off some products, and I want you to find me a really good deal on these, okay? A shovel, duct tape, rope, and KY jelly. When you come on this program next week, I want you to have me a deal for a shovel, rope, duct tape, and KY jelly.
Okay, I just need to find a deal on all these, right? Like, it doesn't have to be like free or anything. You just need me to find where I can get you the best price, right?
I want big savings.
Okay, I'll challenge accepted. I'm going for this.
All right, crazy coupon lady.
Thanks,
we
Crystal.
appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Harrison Silcox, he's got to look at the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
3 people, including a congresswoman, killed in a wreck. Partly cloudy and 93 downtown. A chance for rain tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:30. Congresswoman Jackie Walorski was killed along with 3 other people in a wreck in Elkhart County Wednesday afternoon. Chris Davis reports.
Walorski was 58. She had been in Congress for 10 years. Before that, she served in the Indiana legislature. Walorski was killed along with 3 other people, the driver of the other car and her communications director and driver of her car. Walorski had been outspoken about the addiction problem in Indiana, speaking here of her friend Dr. Todd Graham, killed by a patient who was addicted to opioids.
And he so much wanted to find the non-addiction paths, and that's what he was committing his research to.
Walorski had also been a news anchor before a lawmaker. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
More information on the crash can be found at WIBC.com. Governor Holcomb is asking for flags to be flown at half-staff. A 16-year-old is dead after a shooting on the east side of Indy this morning. IMPD says it happened at a home on Tapp Drive near the Marion County line. They think the victim could have been acting in self-defense, and it may have been a robbery. President Joe Biden has signed an executive order that will help protect abortion access for American women. Fox's Peter Doocy breaks it down.
From isolation through the TV screen, everybody quieted down, and he signed an executive order, the first of several that he has pledged to sign after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This one is going to allow healthcare providers to use a new waiver in Medicare that would let them give an abortion to people that travel from out of state.
The president says the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade has unleashed chaos. The funeral for Elwood police officer Noah Shanavez will be Saturday at 11 in the morning at I-Town Church in Fishers. He'll be buried at Crown Hill Cemetery. Visitation will start at 2 in the afternoon Friday at the church. It was a hot day today in Indiana, but there could be some rain later.
We'll be dry likely the majority of the day, perhaps even into the early evening before widespread showers and thunderstorms move in, along with a cold front overnight tonight.
Joe Neild with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. With traffic on the 5s, here's Matt Baer.
All right, Harrison, eastbound 465 jams. Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. Eastside southbound 465 barely moving, 70 down to Arlington. Inbound 65 stop bingo, 29th to the north split. And on the south side, eastbound 465 pockets of bad traffic from 70 over to Emerson. West side, southbound 465 slows at I-65 past Crawfordsville Road. Traffic sponsored by Singer Financial. It's the perfect time to focus on those things you can control. You can choose to design your retirement. Brian Singer can help you do that. Visit SingerFinancialGroup.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the evening hours. A few showers or thunderstorms possible during the overnight hours with lows near 75. On Thursday, we'll look for a mostly cloudy sky, a scattered shower or storm possible. It'll be cooler with highs near 83. On Friday, partly cloudy, another chance for an isolated shower or storm with highs near 86. For the weekend, a chance for some showers and storms and heating up with highs in the upper 80s near 90. I'm Wish TV storm tracking meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Also joining us live in studio, Casey Daniels from the Kendall and Casey Show. It's the side piece. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Excellent. Old Lady Pelosi is flown out of Taiwan. She's gone. She landed, stayed all night, changed out her dentures, and she is gone. I'm still not quite completely sure why she stopped there in the first place. I know she's been a longtime critic of China and the supporter of Taiwan. So your initial thoughts, your overview, your 30,000-foot Casey of her visit there and why possibly she went there to begin with.
Well, she's on her farewell tour.
Yes.
And she just wanted to stop along the way. Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that Taiwan produces 80% of the semiconductors in the world? And she has a personal financial interest in those.
Because her husband just caught a bunch of heat for buying a bunch of stock. And lo and behold, Nancy Pelosi made a big semiconductor deal possible.
So what do you think? Is that it?
You mean to tell me Nancy Pelosi and her husband might be up to no good when it comes to insider trading? I'm shocked.
You know what? He's in court today for his DUI. And you know what she did? Flew to Asia.
He pled not guilty, by the way. Okay.
Oh, did he?
Sure.
Okay.
He's going to get away with it.
Okay, yeah.
He is. He's going to get away with it.
Of course. One thing that I wanted to bring your attention to, because I know you guys will never pick up on this in a million years, is the pink suit that Nancy Pelosi wore when she was in Taiwan.
Yeah, when she got off the plane?
Yeah, so this is political communication in how you're dressing, because it's to exude confidence and be powerful, but yet unthreatening. And the color pink signifies friendship. And the Taiwan deputy speaker wore a pink tie to compliment her. And if you recall, I believe it was 1995, Hillary Clinton, when she spoke at the big event where she was talking about China and saying that the human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights, she was wearing a big pink pantsuit. So it's trendier.
I think say, I wonder if she was wearing big pink granny panties while we were at it.
Well, she may have been doing that. But there's something to that not only are they communicating verbally, but also in what they're wearing.
Well, I don't know if the Chinese are getting that communication because, you have Kirby, the Pentagon spokesman saying, what's the drama about? Nobody's being aggressive here. This doesn't mean anything. And China clearly thinks this is something.
They threatened to blow her plane out of the sky.
Like not maybe the government, but a lot of high-profile broadcasters and other folks who clearly have gotten the green light from state-ran media to say those things, said basically like a mafia member would say, it'd be a shame if something happened to your plane.
And now, Casey, they're holding, China's holding the biggest military drills they've had in 25 years.
Yeah,
so.
Last week both Taiwan and China had live fire drills, and Taiwan's got 23 million people. They've been living under the possibility of an invasion forever.
Yeah.
So they're used to that.
I think there's something to your theory, though, about, this is her swan song. This is her big fat middle finger to the CCP. And she's been, like I said, a vocal critic for decades now, even protesting in Beijing a couple of years after the Tiananmen Square thing happened. So, but Hammer, the semiconductors thing, the biggest producer of semiconductors in the world.
Anybody else would be sent to a federal pound me in the backside prison for that level of insider trading. But it's the Pelosi's, and we'll just kind of roll our eyes, and Gavin Newsom will have a cheap laugh and go to the French Laundry, and nothing will happen. I want to go back to the threat on the plane, because Casey, you were telling me before we came on the air here, you were tracking, you have this app on your phone where you can track planes. You were tracking the flight pattern of the Wicked Witch.
Yes. So this app is called Flight Radar 24, and I think it's fascinating. I'm a complete dork, like watching the planes. But you could track her plane, and she went from Malaysia all the way around the South China Sea.
So
and
no
took
airspace.
Right.
She took the long way around.
Direct route. And somebody had mentioned in the chat room, well, who cares about the plane? And I thought, well, they threatened to shoot it down.
Right.
So
the Speaker of the House was on the plane that was being threatened. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So I think it's something to note that she did fly not in Chinese space.
And listen, I am not one to carry the water for Nancy Pelosi.
No.
I think we all agree to that. But I don't care who it is, Republican, Democrat. China threatens our Speaker of the House. That cannot stand. You have to respond. And I don't know if the United States has really done anything back to China. They haven't said really anything in response to all this rhetoric.
Well, do you think that this is all just one big game of chicken? Like, I'm going to go.
Could be.
Let's see what you do.
Yeah, and that was maybe the response. Maybe the response was for her to say, all right, screw you. I'm landing here, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, at first I was kind of thinking, why is she going? Oh, gosh, she's going to get us into World War III. But then I kind of went to the side of, well, at least somebody in the administration is showing a little bit of power for the country, because we know, President Walnut certainly can't do it. So I'm just glad that nothing has happened yet.
We're chatting with Casey Daniels. It's the side piece here on the Hammer and Nigel show. You and Rob had a pretty interesting discussion today about Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis.
Yes.
He was invited to go on The View, chose not to. Now, the thing that I loved about your guys' discussion earlier today was you broke it down why that means more than just not showing up on television.
Well, they have said a lot of really bad things about Ron DeSantis.
You got to just stop there. They've said a lot of bad things. The View. There's chicken heads on The View. Yes, you're right.
Well, like Death Santis.
Right, Death Santis. He's a fascist. He's a bigot. All of these horrible things. And he was like, nope. Not going there. Why would he do it? It's almost like he said, I don't need you.
Right. And that's the bigger picture here, because sometime Donald Trump would take the bait. Right. Sometimes he couldn't help himself. He would want to go on and fight and put his foot in his mouth.
Stephanopoulos, 60 Minutes with Leslie Stahl, just to name a few, recently with Piers Morgan.
Right. He would do these interviews with the folks that hate his guts. To his credit, he did them, but they were setting up a trap, and sometimes the orange man would fall right into it.
Right.
Ron DeSantis is not doing that.
Right. Not only is he not falling for it, he kind of told them they were number one if you know what I mean.
Right. Gave him a little finger, basically.
Right. Saying, I don't need this. And I thought the funny part about this was they invited him with his deputy press secretary. And there's a difference between the governor's office and the campaign office.
Right.
Well, they invited the campaign office and wanted to talk Florida politics and, get it straight.
Right.
You would think, listen to me, I'm being silly.
Yeah.
You'd think the producers on The
That's
View
funny.
would know who to contact. Apparently not.
And the bigger picture is, for those who are kind of on the fence, maybe this is the difference of Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump. It's not that Ron DeSantis was afraid of Joy Behar, these folks. He wasn't going to give them the win that they wanted to get. He wasn't going to go on there, have them take things out of context, because there's no gain for Ron DeSantis in that.
He's not going to win them over.
Right.
So it's just make yourself, the
I
person
don't
of
mind
being attacked.
Yeah, I don't mind somebody going on a program and being asked tough questions.
Right,
but those,
which he would have been able to answer.
Which he would have been able to answer, but for those, I mean, they've personally went after the guy with hateful rhetoric, and there's no reason for him to go on that show.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and that's what he said. We will pass on this offer.
What does he get out of that? They get the ratings boost. He gets stuck in a room with Sonny Hostin and Joy Behar. No thanks.
And the original OG conservative is back on that show.
Oh,
they're like,
Hasselbeck?
yeah, maybe they're like, oh my gosh, our ratings are tanking so bad.
Yeah.
We need something, and they're hoping she'll do it.
What was that? Hey,
I want
real
to talk
quick.
about the judge.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about somebody left somebody out of the will there, right?
Yeah, Winona upset that her mom left her and her sister out of the will. Of course, Winona thinks that she's a big reason for their success, which I would agree with. Naomi probably wouldn't have had quite the career without Winona and
you think
the Judds.
Like, I think they're equal. Like, I think that's,
do you?
I think that's a pretty equal deal there.
Yeah, but would Naomi have been what she was without Winona?
Would Winona have been big as she was without Naomi? See, it's chicken and the egg here.
Well, possibly, though, because Winona did have a few singles without her mom.
She did, but I think she would have established herself already.
Right.
Like, if she were just some up-and-comer without having the last name Judd, would she have gotten a second look?
Were they
That's a
on
good
bad
point.
terms, or why did that happen? Why did she leave her out of the will?
I don't know. It's not like any of them need the money, though. Naomi's net worth when she passed was $25 million. Winona's was 12, and Ashley's was 14. So Winona kind of, out of anybody, needed the money the most. However,
But it's just kind of like when that happens in a family with kids. You like, just wait, what? What happened? I have no idea the family dynamic.
That is Casey Daniels of the Kendall and Casey
Thanks,
Show.
Casey.
Thank you.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show. We've got some booze news
Yeah.
next.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, August 3rd, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pine Grove Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. We can now get rid of your erectile dysfunction without any pills. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce powerful results in the bedroom in minutes. You're going to love that, guys. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000. But call today, Wednesday, and qualify totally free. 317-552-1111. That's 317-552-1111. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Pine Grove Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 317-552-1111.
Ever get those midday cravings, but you can't decide what to snack on? With over 6,000 fresh, healthy, irresistible snacks, Nuts.com has you covered. A family-run business since 1929, Nuts.com has provided the freshest, highest quality snacks and foods for almost 100 years. Don't be fooled by the name. We offer a wide variety of the most delicious dried fruits, sweets, trail mixes, and more. All our snacks are carefully sourced to ensure we're offering the freshest ingredients on the market. We get cream-of-the-crop top picks from America's best farmers, colossal-sized nuts and fruit bursting with full flavor and ample nutrients. Our nuts are roasted daily, and we ship fast for ultimate freshness you can't get anywhere else. Right now, first-time customers can get free shipping on their orders. That's free shipping on your first order by visiting Nuts.com today. Don't wait to satisfy those cravings. Go to Nuts.com for the freshest, tastiest snacks you and your family will love.
Inspired by your nerves of steel and the nerves and joints that help our bodies go. Inspired by longer walks and breakthrough joint replacements that keep you in step. We're inspired to deliver the best in orthopedic care because at Franciscan Health, we're inspired by you. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/orthocare. Franciscan Health, inspiring health.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
When you call to have your home or business's heating and air serviced, what do you expect from them? A salesman in a colorful truck? Or do you expect a highly trained expert with your best intentions in mind? The answer is obvious. Call the company that treats you like family. My name's Malia, and I look forward to answering your call.
Family Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air. Hubler has it. Savings. Hubler has it. Choices.
Hubler really does have it all. All of our pre-owned vehicles are Hubler Q certified, which include a 128-point vehicle inspection, a free Carfax vehicle history report, and 2 warranties. A 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and a 30-day, 1,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Visit any of our 13 locations today, or click drivehubler.com.
Hubler has it all.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for plenty of advice and fun, brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and foundation, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
You need a lawn care pro and a pest control pro. You can have both in one guy. You. DoMyOwn.com will help you get there with pro products, pro knowledge, and pro support. DoMyOwn.com for the pro in you.
Matt Baer has a look at the roads.
Eastbound 465, stop and go, Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road. And northbound 465 on the northwest side, slow it up, 86 to 865. And coming into downtown, inbound 65 stops at 29th. East side, southbound 465, jam before 70 down to Arlington. Westbound 70 still stop and go before State Road 39 out to Hazelwood because of road work. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, get a $2,000 energy savings credit, plus sale prices on energy-efficient B-Window sidings and doors. No payment or interest for up to 22 months. That's Faber's B-Window. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
You set them up and I'll knock them back, Lloyd. One by one.
We are gonna read Booze News, cause it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Nigel presents
Booze News, Booze News.
Yeah.
Time for booze. Oh my goodness, it's Whiskey Wednesday. What do you have over there, Hammer?
Marketing genius Susan Decker hooked us up with this. This is St. Elmo's Old Fashioned. Look at this.
Okay, because I know they got the St. Elmo's Cola.
Right.
This is ready to pour Old Fashioned.
Right, pre-made in the bottle.
Wow. So you know what an Old Fashioned is, right? I don't drink a lot of them. My neighbors make them all the time. It's got like whiskey and sugar and bitters, and then like either like an orange peel or a cherry.
Right.
So this has got all of it. A blend of bourbon, bitters, orange, and cherry in here both.
Pop that bad boy open here. Let's see what we got. What are we working with here? Oh, man. Whiskey Wednesday, the St. Elmo bottled Old Fashioned.
Go ahead and pour yourself.
Better slide that bad boy over here.
I know they got the cola, the cans of the St. Elmo Cola, but this is new.
All right. Cheers. Let's take a little sample here.
Oh.
Boy, that's good.
Woo!
That is good. 100 proof, 50% alcohol by volume. We're not messing around here, boys and girls.
Well, because an old-fashioned can be kind of cumbersome to make. Like I said, there's a bunch of different ingredients. You got to throw bitters in there,
right?
Which is it's like an alcohol prep sort of like bittersweet taste. It's like,
right.
You got the orange peel and for garnish a cocktail. For whiskey lovers for sure.
I can taste all of these things, but it's not overwhelming. It's so good. I'm gonna have another drink here.
Why exactly did St. Omos drop this off?
Because we're number one. That's why.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about it. And I'm telling you, if you can find this, I don't know exactly which stores it's found in right now, but if you can find this, St. Elmo's pre-made old-fashioned, so freaking good.
At St. Elmo's, at St. Elmo Cocktails is where you can follow on social media. So, yeah, thanks for dropping that off.
Yes,
glad to try
thank
that.
you. And let's see if this survives the weekend here in our office.
It's a big bottle. More booze news. Tito's vodka. You know Tito's, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very popular brand vodka. We outsold Tito's the day our small barrel bourbon got released. The Hammer Nigel is this anything.
It was a juggernaut. Our bourbon was a juggernaut.
So, I mean, to say that we outsold Tito's on that day that it was released is something. But Tito's is kind of trolling seltzer drinkers. You know how they, hard seltzers are all the rage now. White Claw, Truly, High Noon, Ranch Water, whatever. They came out with $20 reusable cans to put in whatever you want to make your own seltzers with. Like, people want Tito's to get into the canned seltzer business, but they're like, no, we're just focusing on what we do in vodka.
I can respect that.
Here's a tongue-in-cheek commercial promoting it.
There comes a time when every alcohol brand must ask, should we make a seltzer? And our answer is no. Introducing Tito's in a can. It's literally an empty can that we're selling. That's right. You add the Tito's and the soda and the lime and whatever. We don't make seltzers. You do.
I like it.
That's hilarious.
I like it.
And I think all the proceeds from these empty cans are going for charity as well.
We got another hour to go. It's a Hammer and Nigel show.
Imagine if you could accomplish